it's a little dead meme. Fuck you, little bitch. You think you can fuck with me? Wanna go ring? Fuck you, little bitch. Hey, look, I hope it's brown. Fuck you, little bitch.
Welcome, everybody, to the Snark Tank podcast. This is the first episode of the new year. First episode of 2021. Yeah,
it is.
It's finally here. That year is the bad year is over, and now everything is fine. There is no virus. There was no election. In fact, FDR came back on January 1st and is now the de facto leader. Yes, to do his fifth term.
All true.
It's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Well, welcome to FDR's America.
Yeah, pretty wild. It's a completely different world out there. So we're obviously just kidding. Everything is still bad. Stay home still.
Please stay in your homes.
LA is like the epicenter of the world, I'm pretty sure right now.
Again?
Yeah.
Well, usually it's Florida. Usually Florida is like the king, but
usually Florida is
we're doing pretty well right now.
I think what's happening in Florida is that so many people are dying and then going missing that they're not really accounted for in the death toll.
Yeah. Because if you have COVID but you're killed by an alligator, you died because the alligator killing you. You know, you didn't die from COVID.
Yeah, or just like organ harvesters. You know, just like, oh hey, a dead man, I will usurp this person and harvest them for parts, which happens pretty often in Florida.
Give him COVID heart.
As a COVID heart.
Gives me a COVID heart.
Yo, can you imagine?
Less.
That is the long game assassination of that. Have like COVID infected organs for like political targets who need organ transplants. That is wild. It's not how COVID works, but still, that's really.
You know what I saw? I was thinking that I was like, I haven't heard any insane ramblings from Alex Jones in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on Infowars.com because I wanted to see what the hell he's been saying about COVID and the election or something. And immediately, it was within the first 5 minutes, it was exactly what I wanted to hear. And so it was great. You know, the election was stolen. I was like, awesome. And then he was talking about, he's like, I have these bombshell numbers that less people died in 2020 than last year combined. And I was just like, wait, is that supposed to be bombshell shit? Like, everyone stayed home, of course. Like, nobody was doing anything, so nobody could be killed. But I think what he was trying to do, you know how he's trying to, like, have people get outraged and shit by saying, oh, not that many people died. But I'm like, yeah, and a lot of people would have died plus COVID if nobody stayed home. Like, he doesn't. I don't know if he doesn't understand or if he's just being like the biggest bitch in the world. I don't know, but I loved it though. I kind of missed it. I missed that crazy shit like being on my timeline every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's,
well, as you say it, as you mentioned that right now, Alex Jones is literally trending.
Oh my god! What do you do now?
He's just in DC because there's like something going on in DC. I can't be fucked to care.
Something about the president like threatening someone in Georgia or something like that. Was it that?
There's something. I don't know what the fuck, honestly.
Yeah,
like it's honestly like everything right now like is stuff that I really should care about, but is really I'm genuinely bored by a lot of it.
Yeah, you're jaded. I understand.
Not even just jaded. I'm genuinely uninterested. It's like I'll be interested in everything that's happening now after, you know, Biden is inaugurated or after like some nonsense happens. That way I can just be like, all right, well now we've got like a proper. Now I know what's happening. You know.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it's just such a. It's just such a
hassle. I feel you.
Yeah. But, I feel you. I feel you.
But yeah. So first episode of the new year.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought we would bring it in with something that we kind of can't avoid because it's the main story on Twitter right now. The thing is, it's like it would be weird if we just pretended like this wasn't happening. I don't normally like to talk about YouTube drama because I find it like really genuinely boring and not that interesting. But I feel like it would look strange if we didn't talk about this. Call Me Carson, who is a content creator.
Mm-hmm.
He does. I honestly don't know what he does.
I just found out that he does Minecraft.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like I was in
simple and innocent.
Like he had this game show thing a couple months back that I was a part of, and like Pokemon was a part of. It was like a pretty big thing. Like pretty much everybody was in it. And a couple years ago, I was in a video of his at PAX where he was just going around interviewing people. And those are the only 2 times that I met him. I don't know if that's necessarily all that important, but I feel like it's relevant to bring up just for a full disclosure thing. Mm-hmm. And when I met him, he was fine. He was totally chill. But apparently, this is something that happened recently. Is how would you even describe this? So he's being kind of dragged through the mud on Twitter right now because it came out that when he was 19, he was sexting 17-year-old fans, which is a pretty big no-no. I would say
not the smartest thing.
It's not the smartest thing to do.
Fans, bro.
It's not the smartest thing to do. And obviously, Keem got a hold of it.
I wouldn't go that far.
Wait, what'd you say?
You said don't sex fans. I said I wouldn't go that far.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't do it. It's better safe than sorry,
It is better
safe than sorry is smart. That is the smartest thing.
Someone could be any age. Someone could be any age if you don't know them.
Someone could be any age, but it also is extremely easy to verify age. That's the
true,
thing.
But it's also extremely easy to lie about age as well.
Yeah, but if somebody's going that far, then it's like how fucking. Know. Then what can you? At some point. Even if someone even makes a fucking fake ID and you're in a bar together with somebody,
yeah,
are you really at some point it's like, dude, I didn't fucking know, bro.
Yeah, no, these are hold on. These are.
Do you need to run it through the thing to make sure that it's actually government verified?
These are, no. These are different situations. Like if somebody is consistently lying about their age, I don't think the onus is on the other person at all. I think the person who's lying about their age is the person who's at fault.
Yo, dude,
for anything that happens about that.
I've seen way too many like cases, like a lot, that people lie about their age, and then the person that didn't know anything about it gets like the full
of course, because legally speaking, that's
bullshit though. That should be changed. That should be changed. I would agree.
Those cases are unfortunate.
In a completely factual world where like people couldn't lie, yes, or people couldn't make shit up like that. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, if you genuinely like thought somebody was like 25 and then they're fucking 16, I don't know how that's possible, really. But
I just feel like if there's ways to prove that you genuinely were like ignorant, I think you should be okay.
No, yeah, I would agree.
I feel like in today's age, it's pretty fucking easy.
It's easier, but you can still lie,
You can still lie. Dude, I never told this story before because of how dumb it was, but someone tried to get me like that. Not like they were trying to trap me or something, I don't think, but some broad was like, oh, I'm 25. I'm like, cool. And then fucking, like, oh, let me snap you or whatever or something. And I'm like, okay. And when we accepted the thing, I'm like, you have stories that shows that there's like locker rooms. You're clearly not 25. Like, get lost. Like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. That is
just
wild.
Insanity. That's just so crazy. That's so crazy.
That is really insane.
It's so crazy. Yeah. Just
it was one of those things where I'm like, that if somebody, I mean, that was just really stupid of that person, right?
Yeah,
just like, you have evidence, you're just a complete moron. Maybe she was banking on that. Like, maybe I thought that shit was cool. Like, I'm some predator. I'm like, oh shit, she's so young, that's hot. But it was just like kind of crazy in that scenario. But I feel like a lot of other people, like the Carsons of the world, would probably look the other way or something. Because they're like, oh, whatever. Well, I feel like they would look the other way instead of being like, hey.
To be fair, like, I knew plenty of, like, I knew people who were like, let's say, right now I'm 2 years older than my girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's way too. That's a crazy gap, bro.
Canceled.
Apparently, she's 24. I'm 26. Right? If we were dating in high school, and like, let's say I graduated before she would, it would be a period in which you'd be 19, I'd be 17, I'd be 19, and that's not uncommon. That's really not uncommon.
I think what's super interesting about this particular event is that it is like interestingly nuanced in that regard, because there are a lot of people, like, I was 17 in college you know? Like, and I was
yeah.
So, like, and 17, in fairness, in New York is I'm pretty sure is the age of consent. Yeah.
Is that true?
I think so, because I remember that.
I thought it was 18, but I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's 17, because I remember in
I
college.
know that most of the United States is 17 or 16, which that blew my mind.
Yeah, but I remember being in college, and my girlfriend was 18, and I remember kind of being worried about that, because I was like. I mean, yeah, no.
You canceling yourself, bro.
I know.
You just got your friend canceled. You just got one of our friends canceled. Dude.
Yeah, no, but it was like, you know, I don't know. That kind of thing happens a lot, like the 2-year age gap, and like especially like when you're in high school and you're like kind of transitioning out, and then like when you use in college and when you use like in the last year of high school, and it's like super weird, and it's like that happens like a lot. And and in fairness to everybody who's talking about this, I don't believe that the age difference is the primary thing here that people. I think. What do you
think it is?
I think the thing that Keem is running around with is obviously the age difference, because it's easy money for him, because he is a roach. But I don't think the age thing is necessarily the biggest thing. I think the biggest thing is it's a dude with a lot of followers who is sexting fans who also happen to be that young.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay. That it makes sense to me in a sense that, like, hey, a young fan, like, it looks really, really bad. Sexting
worse.
a young
looks
fan.
Worse.
The one thing I think I come from the world of musicians, so I feel like I don't have the same sentiment like when people are saying this whole power dynamic. In my opinion, there's predators that prey on their power. Mm-hmm. And prey on, say, the youth or whatever, and then there's people that are just reaping the spoils or the benefits or whatever.
Right.
Which is when you're a rock star, you have groupies, and I never, this is just my opinion because some other people may differ. I just never had a problem with rock stars banging their legal groupies. I don't care.
I was tweeting about this earlier, literally about like, yo, like everybody that was talking about this is like, yo, just imagine how many musicians are doing this. You know what I mean? Because this is just an established, like, this is just kind of understood in the music industry, that this is just something that happens. It happens so often that there's a term for it, groupie. Like, that's a word that exists and everybody just sort of understands it. And I was like thinking about it like a lot yesterday, and as this kind of Carson stuff was breaking, I was like, why? Like, what is because there is a double standard. Obviously, like the fact that she's underage in most of the country, and like, you know, that's obviously like a problem, right?
Sure.
So even if the age gap is relatively small, it's still like, you know, better not to do that. And also, especially like when we talk about like the age gap in like when you're dating somebody in high school and they happen to be in college or whatever, that's usually like a relationship that existed that just so happened to, you know what I mean? It's not like somebody who's 19 going after somebody who's 17 like right off the bat. Like that I think is more creepy.
That's more creepy, but at the same time, that's also not like how to.
It's
I don't
not.
know.
It's not insane.
It's not
insane.
It's not Jared Fogle, but it's still like it's questionable enough to be like, all right, maybe you should like step back and not do that.
It's absolutely
I think
motives.
It's the idea. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Derek.
No.
But I think it's an idea. Like even me, I've run into situations where I've just spoken to people online. I think it's just people want to see people fail, dude. I really, really, really
big part
believe that people.
That's true.
Big part of it.
But I was going somewhere with the music thing.
Oh, right.
Where this happens a lot in the music industry, and I was thinking about a lot like why the double standard exists, and why is it that online creators are kind of held to like kind of like a different rule book. And I was thinking about like what are the differences between a rock star at a concert and groupies and the stuff that's happening now. And the biggest thing that I could see, or the biggest difference that I noticed that I could take note of, is the fact that musicians aren't DMing their fans for months. They're not leading them on in text messages for a long time. And they're not really in communication with these people. It's usually they're at a show and random people come up and that's that, and then everybody just sort of leaves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That seems to be the difference, because it's like you have a situation where, like, yeah, like you said, like it's just famous people like reaping whatever. Like if Lady Gaga, like if I got like a message from like Lady Gaga's official Instagram account being like, "Hey, wanna bang?" I'd be like, "Oh, yeah,
How you doing?
of course,
How you doing?
Of course I'm gonna do that." And then like I understand that I'm never gonna see this person again. I understand like I'm being used. It's like whatever, but I'm also an adult, so like I can make that informed decision and be all right with it.
Yeah.
But I do think a lot of it is that kind of consistent communication, and then just like this like, oh, you know, because in some of the DMs he's like, oh, I feel guilty, you know, and like it's like you could tell you could tell even he's off put by it.
He
Which
felt
is
weird about
which
it.
is hard to defend. You can't defend that. Like if the person involved feels weird, then how
Totally.
can you?
It's like, bro,
you know,
stop.
Yeah.
If you feel it's wrong, fucking just stop.
Yeah, what do
you
you-
should
Yeah.
be feeling good about what you're doing. Especially when
Whenever-
you're flirting and hooking up with chicks, you should feel if you feel guilty, man. Come on,
never
stop.
push past that feeling. Whenever you feel like something's wrong in a situation that involves any sort of sexual interaction or flirting, stop. That's it. Like you just stop doing it.
Yeah,
you don't,
exactly.
You don't go any further. You don't take any more steps. You're like, oh, this is bad. Red light, and you go away.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
I think this is bad. I think this is bad. It's definitely not good. It could be worse. It's probably getting blown out of proportion to a certain degree. But
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
I think certain aspects I think are a little bit overblown. Like the people who are saying like Carson's a pedophile, that's insane. Like I just
That's
don't.
nuts.
I just
Man.
don't think.
Yeah. I saw a thumbnail of a video. And I was
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
like
all right then.
like no, dude. Like
that's insanity, bro. Like look, he did something that was arguably not okay, and call him out for that. But
I mean,
don't, like,
definitely. I think it was probably definitely not okay.
Yeah, it's not okay.
don't
it's not
call
okay.
him a pedophile. Like that's
Well, it's a different thing. It's a completely different
it's the thing, man. Like in this world that we all work in, that we exist in, it's so easy. It's so easy for you to have a moment of just genuine stupidity that is not more than anything in the moment, and your entire life can be ruined.
Yeah.
And that is the most unappealing part of this for me. It always has been an unappealing part.
Yeah. And
Like, sorry to interrupt. This is one real moment for me. Like one time I commented on someone's picture, right? And like the amount of people that fucking like snitched on me to my girlfriend was insane. And I wasn't even doing anything wrong.
Would you comment?
I commented like a gift on a picture of one of our friends. Like genuinely like not even bad. And I was just like, oh, I commented that. Then like my girlfriend got it and she was like, dude, what's up? And I was like, huh? Like I was just very dumbfounded. I was like, what's up?
Yeah.
And I like, and I understand it hurt her because of the perception of other people, but it's like it's crazy how like that fast people just took to making things way worse than they could have possibly been.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
love to do.
And
Like
it's just-
I remember when Lacey and I were together. Like there were a bunch of people who were like initially when it first happened, there were people who were like sending her like old tweets where I was like where I would say like retarded or something, and like some, and it's like, are you okay with this? And it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, leave me alone. First of all, as if she doesn't know I talk this way. But no, people do love to just sort of see people. It's always, I'll put it this way, like it's always funnier to watch somebody fall off the 9th step than it is to watch somebody fall off the 2nd. You know.
yeah.
I think it's just, you know, that's just kind of sadly like a normal thing. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
just
know.
what happens. The biggest thing about this situation, though, is I question the motives of his friends for them to, like, why now? Because they've known about this for almost a year. They said that, like, his YouTube friends that were part of that lunch
club,
thing,
yeah.
whatever, lunch club, yeah. They said they'd known about it since March of last year, of 2020, and they chose not to say anything. And now it's very calculated to bring it out now. And especially if you're a friend, even a former friend, and if you care about somebody's well-being and mental health, usually you want to give somebody the opportunity to say it themselves. You want to, what
confront
is this
them.
really about? Are you trying to is Carson a serial offender and you're trying to get the word out and raise awareness? Is this the PSA? It doesn't look like that's the case because he was guilty from doing it right then and there. If he didn't feel guilty, then it's like another thing too, where he's like, oh, he's probably doing this a ton of times. He's going like crazy and just hitting up all these girls and shit. But he was like, whatever, how you said, because I didn't read it, but from what you're saying, he sounded like he knew exactly that I was wrong. So I can't imagine he's doing like this with a bunch of girls if he was all like, oh, I don't know, this feels weird.
I don't know. I think it was a few, but like I don't know. Like
I mean, how many? I've only seen one 17-year-old.
I've only seen 2 examples.
Oh, so you've seen 2. Okay.
But
okay.
So there's 2.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I think I might go out on a limb here and kind of defend his friends. I think because this is a really weird situation to be in. Where you're working with people, and I think all of us know how easy it is to just get sued into oblivion. For sure, like you can't just be like, "Hey, this person's doing this insane shit," and then not have proof. Because chances are these people don't have proof. All they could say is like, "Hey, this is what's happening. This is something he told us," and then that blows into this whole thing, and then there's no evidence for months. Potentially, because people aren't comfortable coming forward with it, and then your life is ruined. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it is selfish, I get it. Like, it is definitely like, okay, well, you're putting your own well-being above, other people's, but I mean, I don't know if I can, I don't know. That's a weird
I'm just saying,
predicament.
What would you do? What would you do? Because, from my perspective, if I knew somebody was doing some shit like that, at first and foremost, I would be like, all right, if you got to knock this shit off right now.
I'm calling you out directly. Like, if I did anything like that, Chris, I would assume you would, like, tell me, like, yo, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I would
go person to person.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I'd be like, this could completely fuck us all. I feel like you should do the right thing and just air this shit out right away and then see if people forgive you. Just because just like what's happening now, all these months later, now it's blown up into something where I feel weird. I just feel weird when it's something like this type of information to sit on it for almost a year. Or it's like, I feel like if I'm not going to say anything within the first few months, I'm probably not going to say anything at all.
Well, I don't
understand what's going on.
As I understand it, there seemed to be this assumption where it's like, this person's their friend. They want to give him the opportunity to kind of right the ship, even if he doesn't even if he doesn't come forward with it, at the very least to stop doing it. And give an opportunity to be like, hey, listen.
But did he continue or something? Was it like they caught him again and he's like, enough is enough?
I don't know,
because then I would understand that.
I don't know. I don't know the specifics of everything, but I do. Yeah. What I heard was that the contract had expired recently. The contract had recently expired. So I think that's
that changes my perspective a lot. If they were in fear of some type of NDA type of shit, where it's like, don't talk about your homies on the team or something.
Yeah,
like a type of a deal. If that's true, then that would 100% explain why we couldn't say anything, because obviously there's defamation is always a thing, but typically you don't have to worry about defamation. You can worry about being sued. But you can find a lawyer. If you have definitive proof, you can find a lawyer that will do it pro bono, that will do it okay, cool. You have the proof,
totally.
We will win. So it's you shouldn't have to worry too much if you know you have the proof. So, but if there's legal things, like you said, the contract expired, I'm cool. I can't talk shit. I can't talk shit about those guys at all.
This is what I heard. I don't know. Again, a lot of this is just kind of he said, she said. The only thing that we know for certain is real are the DMs, because just from my own perspective, if I saw fake DMs of me going around doing this shit, I'd squash it immediately.
Sure.
I wouldn't wait for it to blow up into this huge thing.
Fuck no. Immediately say something.
I would be like, yo, are you fucking kidding? Same. I would probably be joking all over the place about it because I would know how bullshit it is.
I've thought about that, though, because I've seen enough examples, and enough to people that I follow, people that I'm I watch closely or something, or I think about this guy losing his wrestling career because he didn't go to it was a wrestler, Enzo Amore. He didn't go to the company right away. He was dealing with it behind the scenes with the police, but he didn't go to the company right away because he was just trying to like deal with it on his own terms and not be like, I don't want to get fired because as soon as I say something, they're gonna like suspend me or whatever. But he ended up getting suspended because of that. Long story short, it was a complete bullshit. Like this chick was like, fabricated everything. Her friends exonerated him. They're like, I have the receipts of her bragging that I slept with this guy. It was one of those things where it was of age, everything was fine, but she said, "Oh, he assaulted me," and it was complete bullshit.
That's crazy.
That's just one example. I've seen enough of them to where I'm like, that's frightening. How would I handle something like this? I don't think about it. I don't think about it frequently, but I've thought about it when I hear stories like that. I'm like, it's very easy for somebody to just concoct some bullshit because for whatever reason they're bored, they want to get your attention, whatever it is. And I'm just nuts. Like, I say number one, go to the police right away. And then number two, you can defend yourself. Who gives a fuck? Say something, be like, "Hey, this is bullshit."
Yeah, I just think personally, like, I just don't know if, like, I just wouldn't let it get this out of hand if I just knew it was false,
That's true.
And
and I've seen there's some sort of truth to it.
And I've also just seen enough like video proof where it's like you couldn't really, you could fake it, but I doubt these like 16-year, I doubt these like 18-year-old girls are like
or that savvy.
Yeah, I doubt they all have After Effects, and are able to like just completely fabricate Discord layouts and it seems really unlikely.
That's a lot of time.
It's a lot of work and a lot of talent.
Yeah. Not to say that there couldn't be one.
Impossible.
But
so what do you do? Have you seen? Because there's other people in the Minecraft community that have been getting busted.
Mini Lad was the most recent.
Mini
one.
Lad, and I think there was somebody else too, but I can't think. Whatever. But Mini Lad for sure. An apology, and then obviously I think the Minecraft community is very youthful, so they really don't give a shit about all this. Not really.
Yeah, probably not.
Because if you look at, I saw Mini Lad's response to, and it was like, I think it was like almost like 50-50 of like to dislike ratio, where like all the adults were like, man, fuck this motherfucker. Yeah. And then the younger people were like, whatever, just make cool videos, And I'm like, they seem like in the Minecraft community, I feel like they're kind of safe almost. Like they can shake this shit off. Unlike, say, somebody who has, 18 and above, more like older audiences, they're kind of fucked. Like they're not going to
think about. It's weird to think about it like that.
Yeah,
it's strange. I don't know, man.
This reminds me a lot.
Pyrocynical, didn't it? Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, Pyrocynical. Mm-hmm. He had a response. I honestly like I tried to pay attention to that. I still don't really understand what happened.
I got a little bit of a gist of it.
Yeah.
I think Pyro is just a fucking a weirdo. He's a DeviantArt weirdo. He likes like weird furry fat porn. And he would hit up anybody to draw that shit. And then some of the people that he hit up were like minors. And then I think he like invited one over to the UK. Nothing happened, but it was one of those things where it was multiple offenses, and then he apologized, and it kind of just went away. And I'm like,
well, I did see his video. It was a pretty good video that he made. He did. Was it? Yeah, it was relatively compelling. It's still weird that he's doing any of this stuff, but like,
I mean, did it blow up more than was that more of a big deal than Carson? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like what
I don't know, man. It does feel like things are just sort of like I don't know what to make of a lot of this. It's also just very confusing because it's like, I mean,
I'm gonna be honest, man. How I feel, to be like 100% honest, if you're not a predator, if you're not preying on these people, I really don't give a fuck, because there is some really fucked up shit going on. And I hate to always use that, like that trope of like, oh, there's way more serious things going on, but it's true in this sense where I'm like, I can't be that fucked about this. I can't, like, oh, what is this goofy ass fucking loser Minecraft guy? What is he like?
As it stands right now, with the information that we are privy to at the moment, here on the Lord's Day, January 5th, 2020.
The Lord's Day.
what I'm seeing is Carson probably just needs to like really take a step back and figure his own shit out.
Yes.
I don't think he's a pedophile. I don't think he's I don't know, like this doesn't seem.
He's not like that Romeo something. Remember that tattoo artist?
Who?
Did you hear about that guy?
What?
What do you do?
Dude, there's like a real. Hold on, I gotta pull up my.
Oh my
Romeo.
gosh, this is gonna be
look,
grim.
It's just a guy. He tattoos like all these famous. He's like a YouTuber. I gotta take off my glasses. Romeo Lacosta. Yeah, this is him. I'm gonna type in.
What did he do?
Romeo Lacosta's pedo.
What did he do?
Let's see.
Give me the because I can't click it because I got the Discord open.
Yeah,
for
so let's see. It was like multiple underage girls. So in 2019, he was accused of sending inappropriate messages to underage girls. He admitted it on Keemstar's channel. Drama Alert. He admitted it on Drama Alert. And one of the young girls, and she was very young. Keemstar interviewed her as well, and he had like the dick pics and all this stuff. Like this guy was like, it wasn't like a 2-year thing. It was way more egregious, and it was a multiple offender. He's like an actual predator that's specifically going out of his way to talk to young girls.
Right.
Like, those are the people that like they piss me off. Like where I'm like, you're this famous tattoo artist that could, and a good looking dude that can get any type of puss that you want, but you're going out of your way to prey on these young girls. I'm seeing this pimply Carson fucking introvert that's sexting a 17-year-old. I'm like, this guy's just a fucking retard. I bet
he's making a stupid mistake. That's it.
That's how I feel. Like he's not in the same league as that guy, or I can't remember this other dude's name, but he was like 30 years old, and he was like trying to
I know what you mean. It's
there's
not,
just some other examples of these influencers that are actively going after these young girls, like
It's
consistently.
it's not the same. It's not the same as like some crazy shit. It's still not okay. It's still like he really needs to fucking, I don't know, go to therapy or some shit. Because
For sure.
Because it's, you just have to understand you have a level of power here, in a way that is particularly different from a lot of other celebrities. Like celebrities don't DM their fans, like that's just not. It's not really a thing that happens. It's not.
One time, I had a famous lady comedian. She didn't DM me, but I feel like she was about to, because she just like.
The fuck does that mean, Derek?
Look,
Yeah,
let
I don't
me
know.
explain. Let me explain. She started liking
Typing?
all of my pictures on Twitter, and I was like, "What's happening here?"
Who was it? I'll bleep it out.
So, I was like, "Whoa, what's going on here? Is this about to happen?" And then I DM'd her a little bit, but nothing really. But I was just like, I think that was the closest thing I've ever. That was like, 'cause it was kind of it was kind of random, bro. I was like, wait, what's happening? Is it? Am I finally in? Like, is this But anyway, I definitely agree with you though that it doesn't, like, that typically doesn't happen, especially a lot of it's the older generations, like. They're not used to that. This is totally different.
Yeah,
Nobody in Gen X is using fucking Discord and Snapchat.
Yeah,
and
no,
shit.
it's a
They're not doing
completely
that stuff.
it's a completely different type of fame, and you just have to be like aware of just like, hey, listen, people's audiences are made up of different ages, and you just got to be smart about how you interact with your fans, dude. You just can't be like
smart.
Don't be like a fucking idiot. And
Exactly.
Don't be like that. What was what's that big note Pro Jared, like, where he wasn't trying to be from what we know, he wasn't trying to hit up underage girls, but his lane is Nintendo and shit. So it's
No,
kind
exactly.
of like,
It's
don't
like-
be fucking stupid.
You gotta know where
Of
you are. You
course.
gotta know where you are. Know what you're doing, because
Yeah.
that should delete the problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't want it to come across like I'm just like sitting here like blanket defending Carson, because it's just not necessarily what's happening. This is just like
definitely not.
this is just how I feel about it, and this is just my genuine opinion. Where it's like you really gotta take a step back and calm down. It's like for me, I think the age difference isn't all that high. I think
I agree with that.
I think he's 19 as well. Like 19 is like, I don't know, like I'm 27 now, so I'm older. And when I think about the age difference between 17 and 19, I'm thinking like, wow, those are two basically the same thing. You know, like
they really
like
are.
that to me is essentially like I wouldn't. I feel weird talking to people who are under 23 at this point. You know what I mean? Where it's like I can't. I'm sorry.
I don't really give a shit about that because I even feel like, say, because sometimes people put up a barrier, but like, say, if people are genuinely friends and friendly, kind of like how you'd be friends with your cousins and nephews and stuff like that.
I understand.
That are younger.
There's difference, but what I'm saying is like even just like when I think about the difference between me at 27 and me at like 22.
Yeah.
That is
I totally understand.
That is way more vast than the difference between me at 17 and 19. Like I
totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just feel like when sometimes people, I always feel like sometimes sex is always jammed in like conversations to the point where it's like, oh, I feel weird talking to this 18-year-old. I'm like, are you trying to fuck him? No. Then why do you feel weird? If you're talking to somebody, this is just from my perspective. If you genuinely aren't trying to fuck somebody, like it's just like talking to a nephew or niece, you know, they're family. And you can be totally cool with them, and you can trust them.
Yeah, but that's kind of the reason that you're talking to them. You know what I mean?
But I feel like I also feel like it's optics, though. You know, it's more of an optics thing than anything. Where I'm saying, if somebody's genuine, like, oh, here's an 18-year-old, like I know an 18-year-old musician, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Do you want to collab? You know, ain't no fucking going on. I don't feel weird about that at all.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine. It's weird to talk to people that are younger than you. You know, if an age is an age, you know. And if it's nothing, sexual, if it's nothing relationship wise, then you should be fine. You're just literally conversing with someone.
I mean I was talking about like relationship wise or like sexual like
if it's okay.
Like to me
totally
like
understandable.
Like at 27 to me like 23 is like
it's pretty young.
That's already kind of like at a point where it's like what are we going to talk about? Like have you paid taxes yet? Even I don't know, like it's just
I feel you. I agree with that.
I totally yeah, relationship wise I 100% feel you.
Yeah,
that and the gaps can get like really fucking squirrely.
Yeah, and like my parents are 10 years apart, you know, like it's a weird I know this isn't like a funny conversation.
It's interesting though.
But at the same time I just feel like I don't know, like I feel like there's like a really there's a huge lack of nuance in conversations about this specific thing where it just seems like blanket. You either have like an extreme like sycophant where it's like, oh, Carson hasn't done anything wrong, or this weird kind of like, oh, he's a pedophile, and it's like none of these are accurate.
I've seen both videos.
Yeah.
I've seen both titles. Carson did nothing wrong, and Carson's a pedo.
Yeah, there's the same channel. The same channel, like less than 24 hours. Carson is a pedophile, and then like Carson is innocent. It's like, yo, what the fuck did you just do, you idiot?
It's so insane.
I
don't know. Like I did want to pump the brakes on the jokes a little bit, just because I think it's like even just like what you were talking about with like the music industry shit. Like I haven't seen that brought up at all. Like I was the only person who tweeted anything remotely like that. You know? Yeah. And it's like it's just an interesting thing because it speaks to like the difference between, you know, what a modern celebrity is, what an older celebrity is. It speaks to the differences between YouTube as a medium and the differences between, you know, like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio had a friend group that he literally called the Pussy Posse. Like literally, actually, it was him. Yeah. It was him, Tobey Maguire, like something. They were
just out getting pussy.
They were just out getting pussy
awesome, dude.
Because they were famous and they could do it.
And
it's like, of course.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
You get pussy, you know?
Don't
get younger pussy. Don't get underage pussy.
Yeah, and also don't lead younger people on through text messages for months and months on end because that's just double creepy.
Yeah,
it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea, ladies and gentlemen. I think especially because of this day and age, the internet, it's weird. It really is like it's really weird now, and I definitely agree with the differences between the celebrities and also just the type of aura that they put off where a lot of people don't even see celebrities as people. And I think that kind of becomes like there's a disconnect too where a lot of these internet celebrities or whatever,
Yeah, they're
they
kind of
just seem
like
regular people.
Yeah, they're kind of like famous for being like normal people who just so happen to be famous. Yeah, that is another thing too. Yeah, because
So you're always so disappointed when like there's people. I saw so many people that are disappointed in Carson. Like, I am so disappointed in you. And then Robert Downey Jr. Has done some fucking wild shit, and everyone's like, yeah, that's Robert, that's RDJ.
I mean, RDJ has, but yeah, I feel what you mean. It's all the idea of like growth, I guess. Like, this is a mistake, and you have to grow beyond it. And then I think people whenever the explosion goes off first, people are always gonna be screaming and yelling the loudest.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens afterwards.
Yeah. So Carson, hey man, get your shit right. And hey, if you want to, man, we'll hit the clubs, man. We'll go hit the clubs. 21
Get your
and up.
money up, not your funny up.
Yeah,
I'll be your wingman, dude. I'm kick it. I'll lead you to the promised land, dude.
There's plenty of adults.
Yeah,
there's adults.
There's actually a shocking number of adults. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think we've covered it as far as we need to. That's really the only thing that's happening right now. Again, we recorded this on the 5th. If anything else happens after this and it's totally fucked, pretend we didn't say anything.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh no, they found he's fucking texting a fetus. They found it.
Wow, he's texting a 7-year-old. That'd be wild. I wouldn't even laugh at that. I'd be like, that's crazy, dude. Don't do. I'd message him. I don't even know the guy. I'd be like, hey, dude, seriously, calm the fuck down, bro.
Hey, how did you do that? Like, actually,
calm down. She's 7, bro. A
7-year-old fetus?
No, a 7-year-old person.
Christ almighty, 7-year-old.
Oh my
fetus.
God, how does that even work?
That's a big mom.
The mom stays. It stays in the mom for 7 years.
Oh my God.
Anyway, let's move on to some questions from our lovely patrons.
Let's
from our lovely
baby.
patrons over at patreon.com/the Snark Tank. Way to talk over the plug, and I'm not going to do it again.
Sorry.
So that's it. Too late.
It's
too late. First question.
On my hair,
First question
bro.
from Sweeney Mean Chin Hair. He wrote in. He says, "Hello, Mr. Black, Mr. Black, and Mr. Somewhat Black." I don't know if I'm somewhat black. I don't know if that's
you're black by association.
You're black enough.
fair enough.
You're a Puerto Rican from New York City. You're black by association. You can say nigga, and people won't get mad at you. Really.
Yeah, say nigga right now.
It's okay.
If you were in the city with me and you said nigga and you said you were Puerto Rican, no one would get mad at you.
I gotta think. Listen, man, I gotta think about the podcast. I don't care about that word at all. But like, I'm just trying to help us.
I mean, Fat Joe, right?
Who?
Exactly.
Who's Fat Joe?
Come on, man.
Shut up. You gotta know who Fat Joe is.
I don't know who Fat Joe is.
I know
you're
you're
about to lose your
related
Puerto
to Fat
Rican
Joe.
card for real. You gotta know who Fat Joe is.
You have to be related. Like such a tiny fucking island. You guys are like,
no, I know. I hate.
Yeah,
I can't. I couldn't stand Fat Joe for the longest time.
What? He's a fucking monster MC, bro.
Some of my niggas don't
I don't
dance.
listen.
They
I
just
don't
pull up the pants and. All right, go ahead.
I just don't like anybody that looks kind of like Pitbull.
He's like a fat
He
Pitbull.
looks like Pitbull in the slightest degree.
He's like three
You don't
Pitbulls.
you don't like Pitbull?
Huh?
You don't like Pitbull?
I'm not a fan of Pitbull. I'm not a fan of Mr. Worldwide.
You're
He kind of just like doesn't he?
Yo,
Doesn't he just
y'all
sound
are
like
really
he's
about
sick
to,
though?
Y'all are really about to make me mad, bro.
Pitbull just sounds like he's sick.
No.
He's like,
no, I can't.
Hold on.
I can't be part of
Sweeney,
this conversation.
Sweeney, let me explain something to you. Pitbull to me is like Medea to you. He's just this kind of caricature that exists, and it's just like, look at this. He's like if a grocery store in fucking Wyoming like made their own like Spanish seasoning, and it's like, look, it's Spanish, even though it's like fucking just. You can't just throw Pitbull on a fucking track and just suddenly it's ethnic. I hate that. Like, it's so fucking annoying.
I can't even talk about. I love Pitbull, dude. I love Pitbull. I can't even.
That's weird.
It's weird.
Pitbull.
It's weird to have any amount of. It's weird to love Pitbull. Like, I don't mind if you like him.
I love.
It's just weird because you like respect like good hip hop, and then you're like,
he used to be a battle rapper.
Pitbull.
That's why I love Pitbull.
Did he?
He
used to be a battle rapper.
He's not even. Yeah, he's good because you can't understand what he's saying. So people think he's actually fucking good.
Like no cap at all. Not kidding. He was a battle rapper.
Fuck that.
Before he started making like party rap music, he was a battle rapper. And then that's what took off, and that's what made him his money. And I respect that. Do your thing, go follow your money, I guess.
Okay.
But before
Fuck
that,
that,
he was
man.
like really in the hood, like selling drugs in 305, like fucking people up and shit. I was like,
You know who I
fuck
miss?
with you for that.
You know who I miss?
Who?
Daddy Yankee.
Sean Paul.
Dude, Sean Paul. See, now Sean Paul is the shit.
Sean Paul. I
Sean
like.
Paul. Someone give it to. Someone give it to.
It's just so
God,
fucking
guys.
absurd. I remember
I'm
when I
getting
saw.
mad, bro.
Yo,
I'm mad, bro.
I remember when I saw fucking Sean Paul for the first time. You'd never seen somebody that short circuited.
You saw a white Jamaican person, you freaked out?
Yeah, because I'd never seen that before.
I guess.
What do you mean you guess? You're guessing
guess.
my experience?
I guess I guess I can understand the short circuiting. Like I don't know, dude. Like I grew up in a household where there were people who looked like me, and there were people who looked like fucking like J-Lo, like constantly coming through my home.
I
Like,
understand. I understand that, but that's significantly different to Sean Paul, who sounds like he looks nothing like he sounds.
Sean Paul doesn't really sound that Jamaican, bro.
In the songs, he does.
He sounds like I can speak the
Who
same way
sounds-
he tries to speak, and the way he tries to speak is so Americans can understand him. I speak patois as well, and they don't really sound like him,
I understand. That's why it's confusing.
I was just like, what
Because
the fuck
it's
was
like,
Sean Paul's
what?
here?
First of all, what is this language? Second of all, who is that? What? Why does he look like Elvis Crespo? Kind of. This is really. It's like really bizarre.
Okay.
He's a strange looking dude, man.
He's a white man with he's a black man with like fair skin, like very very fair skin.
Yeah, like me.
He's just some. I'm sure he's just like ethnically like
Part
fucking-
European. That's it.
Yeah, Portuguese or whatever.
Portuguese.
They just
He's-
fucking conquered everything, and then now
Well, I
he's
know
like doing like,
Portuguese that are dark.
shit. So, someone give me to our girls. He just. You know who sounds awesome? Tom Hanks' son, Chet.
Oh
or whatever
yeah.
his name is.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
What an inexplicable person he is.
That shit hurt me, bro. That shit hurt me when I was like, "You're Tom Hanks' son."
That
I was
shit's
like,
so great.
"What?" I don't think your parents love you, bro.
What does he sound like again? Like I forget. Like I just remember
shit.
that I was baffled by it.
Did you see when he was like talking shit about Trump?
No, how does he sound? I forget like what.
It's just the most generic Jamaican accent. It's just it's if they need it's default. It's not like he has a.
Why
a
does Tom
specific-
Hanks' son have a Jamaican accent?
He's a rapper.
Shit.
He's a rapper, Tom Hanks?
Yeah. No,
He
his son.
he looks like fucking
Wait, what the fuck? But so
He sounds his patois sounds better than Sean Paul's.
but hold on.
That's kinda funny.
But hold on. I said, why does he have that accent? And you said because he's a rapper. That doesn't make sense.
I mean, he probably just speaks like that because he probably like look, it's a language.
Isn't Sean Paul from like Barbados or something?
No, he's Jamaican. Sean Paul's a Jamaican man, bro.
These are all people, by the way, that I'm sure like most of the people listening to this probably don't even know.
Yeah, it's true. We got a bunch
Like
of
No,
Sean
they
Paul-
know these fucking people.
I guarantee you. Well, I'm sure they know Pitbull, but I don't think they know Sean Paul. Sean Paul
They
hasn't
know
done anything
Sean
in.
Paul.
No.
Just give me the light. Everybody knows.
Sean Paul's very, very famous, but we're also from a different era. We're not from the internet-y era. So we watch TV and saw people who are famous on television, opposed to these kids think that famous is like, I
Yeah.
don't know, like
We're
Tana
not-
Mojo or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, Jojo Siwa. We're not like Sweeney, where like he
Yeah.
just knows all these fucking random Zoomer
That's
people.
very true.
I
That's
know
very
things like
true.
that because I don't know, man. It's passive knowledge. I don't know how you guys don't hear things,
not
pick things up
passive.
passively. It literally is passive. I don't watch
No,
fucking
I don't.
things.
Where do you see it? Where do you see this shit?
In passing, in talking, and
Where?
seeing people talk.
In passing where?
In passing at malls, in passing with my girlfriend going somewhere. Her cousins might say something, People talk about shit. That's where I get most of my information
You're
from.
going
It's
to
in passing.
malls in the middle of a pandemic, Sweeney?
Prior to
is
this,
asshole.
you dick.
Anyway, we still haven't started this poor man's question.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
What does this bitch want?
Sweeney Mean Chin here. He wrote in. He says, "So if you went to a different universe and fucked the girl version of yourself, is that masturbation or is it just sex? I say it's masturbation because it's still you. Why is it incest?
I would say it's incest.
It would technically be incest, right?
Is it okay? Well, you don't exist
Well,
in that universe.
No,
One.
but you're still related genetically.
Well,
right?
So
because it's you.
This gets difficult, okay? Because first and foremost, you're going to a place where you don't exist, right?
Okay.
So that means that technically no one there is your family. Technically. So genetically, that person is the same as you, right? Are they? Or are they like how close are they? Like,
I guess they're genetically the same as you, but they're not related to you
different
somehow.
sex?
That's a
Different
paradox.
sex. Exactly. So they're the same sex as you. So that would count as not count masturbation, more or less. It wouldn't be incest. Because if it's just you, if you're fucking you, you're not having incest. You're just getting your dicks off on yourself.
But you is another person in this case, so it's more sex than masturbation.
That's true. If you fucked a clone of yourself, what is that?
A clone?
Yes.
That's probably a word that we haven't invented yet.
That's true.
But
would that
if
be
it's
incest?
100% cloned identical, it is kind of masturbation.
What is masturbation
same
exactly?
time-
Let me look at what masturbation means exactly.
yeah,
Well,
look up the dictionary definition of it, just so we know, and we're being educational here. This
That's
is
funny.
now
I don't think that's
an
ever a word
educational
I've looked up.
program. This is now an educational program, guys.
I haven't looked at masturbation in years. Look at
I don't think I've
masturbation
ever looked it
Pornhub
up.
immediately.
I don't think I've ever looked it up. Of course, Pornhub.
Now look up beating off afterwards too.
Okay, masturbation, erotic stimulation experience, especially of one's own genitals, organs, commonly resulting in orgasms, and achieving by manually or other bodily contact exclusive of sexual intercourse. So yes, that's masturbation.
Exclusive of
fuck
sexual
yourself.
intercourse, though. That means if sexual intercourse is involved, then it's not masturbation.
No, it is.
That it says exclusive of.
Oh, you mean exclusive of? Okay, gotcha.
Go get some fucking glasses, man.
No, I read it. I was just trying to decipher what it
So
meant.
exclusive
I know what you mean,
of means it excludes sexual intercourse.
So dang,
which
is that
means-
incestual
So
sex
it's
then?
not. So it's not
It's not.
masturbation.
It's not any of those then.
I guess it's fine.
I'm gonna fuck my
I mean-
female clone.
I would do it. I'd do it.
I mean,
I'd fuck a clone of myself.
I'm not a clone. Like I'm talking more in the premise of the original question, which is like
Nah, man.
in an alternate, in a different universe where it's just me but like a female. I think
I
why
wouldn't
not?
does
like
the
female
clone
meat.
look like you?
The clone would look like you because
No,
it's a clone.
it's a
Is it
pretty
just
female
you?
version of you. It's a pretty female version of you.
Like if it's like that face app thing.
Yeah, put it on
where
the
makes
filter.
you all pretty and shit. Then it's like, all right, now we'll talk. Now we'll talk.
Yeah,
I
it's
can
not
fucking
like
fuck
it's
I might have to clap those cheeks.
it's not just you with a pussy. You know, it's like it's a proper like.
You know what? I think I can honestly. Now this is gonna sound hyper sus. It's gonna sound ultra sus.
Oh man.
I think I could be convinced into allowing a clone of myself to suck my dick. I think I can be convinced to allow it. Like I think I can be convinced. Like I think
Why?
they can
Why would you-
convince me to.
But
This would be so cool.
But
Like,
why?
dude, come on, man. Like, I'm just trying to help you out, bro. You know you're probably pent up.
But-
Your
but-
lady's probably aggravated at you. You know, man. Let me just help you out. And I'll be like, I don't know if I should do this. I'm like, dude, I'm just you, bro. It's not weird. It's you on you. And I'll be
The
like,
future.
yeah, kinda.
You know.
And then they
what's-
start sucking. I'm not gonna stop them.
You know, here's the thing with that. Here's the thing with that I don't think you've thought all the way through. This is a clone of you, correct?
Yes.
So this is a perfect copy of you and your brain and your mind and everything, because that's
Yeah.
what a clone is.
Mm-hmm.
This would mean that you, in your heart of hearts, would be willing to convince
Yourself to suck your own
suck
dick.
a dick.
Yeah. It's that crazy. It's that. And it's like what? It's just I don't know. Because a clone is not you once it's made. Oh man, you see this? These are the weird moments. These
No,
are
it
the weird
is.
moments.
No. It is still you.
No, it's not.
That's what a clone is.
A clone is anatomically and physically you, but it's not you anymore.
It's physiologically you as well. Like your brain is cloned
Well,
as
not
well.
mentally anymore. At the moment of being cloned, it's not you exactly anymore. It's
And
a
you don't
copy
share
of
the
you.
consciousness. though. You don't share consciousness.
No, yeah. At the moment that you are cloned, and you diverge, you're different. You will become different people theoretically.
Yes.
Not that different, really, but like still different enough to be like, all right, this is a different person.
But see, here's the thing that I think you're missing, Sweeney.
Okay.
When you're masturbating, are you turned on by yourself? Is that what's happening?
He has to think.
I have pretty soft hands.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm kidding, I'm
Wow. That's kind of weird.
I like that you had to think.
You think that you can be convinced by, because my problem is my clone looks like me, and he's like, hey, bro, I mean, it's basically masturbating. And I'm like, the problem is, bro, I don't find you attractive. I don't look at myself and then get like turned on.
And he's
I'm
gonna be like,
dude,
bro,
I'm ready
but
to
who
go
got,
down.
bro, but who got hand action like I do, bro? No one got hand action like I do. And they're gonna be like, they'll be like, dang.
But I'm be like, I
no
have
one
my own
does.
hand though. But
exactly,
I have my own
bro.
hand.
But you ever wanted to beat your dick and play fucking FIFA at the same time? You're like, shit. I have wanted to. My girlfriend would have let me beat me off and then let me play fucking Destiny at the same time.
Well,
she wouldn't do that.
That needs to be fixed, dude. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
She needs to fix that.
Yeah, that's not a
That
problem at all. Like,
I'm not gonna ask you to do that. I'm not gonna ask you to do that.
Yeah,
why would you not? Why would you not want that?
Because I want it to be. I want us to have sexual activities when we finally do. I want them to be.
Did you just say when we finally do?
Yeah.
What?
He's waiting till marriage, Derek. He didn't tell you.
Know that?
I'm gonna. I think I'm done with this podcast. Dude.
I think I quit. I think
Yeah, we were both on the same page with that, like so quickly. Sweet.
yeah, you didn't know. I'm waiting until I marry my girlfriend so we can finally, consummate
Dude,
our
if
marriage.
I was in the same vicinity as you, I would hit you so hard over the head right now.
So what, bro? I don't care what your fucking beliefs are.
Shut the.
I respect that you're soiling your body by having sex before marriage. You should respect the fact that I'm waiting till marriage. You gotta be respectful, bud.
You're such a piece of shit.
It's like all those round earthers with their
It's like when
silly theories about the sun.
I've never kissed her either. Never kissed her either. It's gonna be a day of full new discoveries once we finally,
So you're gonna like fucking nut as soon as you kiss her?
I'm
You're
very
just like,
yeah.
You never know.
He's
what a great
he's very pure. They hold hands and then think real hard and come.
We lay on the bed together, we hold hands, and we come.
That is so sad.
Which one is it? Is it Demolition Man that has the sex things where that you come like consciously? Or am I thinking of the wrong movie?
I don't know.
It's one of them.
It's one where he's on Mars.
It's
Total Recall?
Total Recall, I think.
Is it Total Recall?
Yeah.
Am I mixing my movies up?
Maybe.
Where there's the sex connection?
Yeah.
And because that's gonna be cool. Whenever we're able to actually do that.
I don't want to do stuff like that because I don't want there to be a moment where I love AI thing more than my wife. So I'd rather fuck my AI thing more than my wife. I don't want that to ever happen. So I'm gonna stay clear of those things.
That's smart. You're thinking long term. You're thinking smart. I respect
Sweeney, you're the biggest bitch on earth. I just wanted to
I'm not a bitch, bro. I'm just trying to keep marriage holy, bro.
Holy.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Trying to keep marriage
You
holy.
want to
Anyway.
you're talking about getting sucked off by your clone, and then you're like, oh, I just want a holy marriage.
It's not
That's
cheating
science.
it's not cheating, Derek, if it's your clone.
Exactly.
I just
bro.
don't think God wants you to fucking fuck your clone.
Why? If God made clones, he made clones to be able to do whatever I want to do and what them want to do. So if my clone want to suck my dick, my clone will suck my dick. All right, Derek? Don't tell me what God wants of my
Hey
clone,
man,
all right?
if you want to fuck your clone before you fuck your girlfriend, hey,
I'm going to fuck my
man.
clone up and down the house because you told me I can't.
Just pure defiance. Just like, I don't even want to do this, but
I'm
because
not
you're
even
telling me
attracted
I
to you, clone,
can't.
but get over here.
Oh
What's
my
the next
God.
question? dude?
Yeah,
You're
all right.
fucking maniac.
Jesus Christ. All right. Let's see. What do we have here? Whip Me Marasav wrote in.
Oof. Mara is bad.
Wrote in. I love that we just have this contingent of Destiny fans just in our
So we do, bro.
in our Patreon. All right, Wario Judah, Limp Cookie, and Medal of Color.
Shit.
oh wow,
Limp Cookie? What is that?
A limp cookie.
oh, is it
Sad.
like limp biscuit. Same thing.
Right. Of course.
You sick fuck.
If you had infinite money and infinite staff, what project would you use them for? Create the best game ever? Build spaceships to usher in humanity's galactic dominance? Don't say boring shit like cure cancer or stop climate. I like how he didn't say stop climate change. He just says stop climate.
Stop climate.
But
so
that's
the climate
obvious the
just
most important
stops.
thing. This
I
guy
guess-
just said, don't choose the most important things for the planet to save our species. No, be a dickhead and do some stupid shit.
Well, you got to be interesting. I would. I don't know. This is a big.
I know what Sweeney would do.
You know what?
Yeah.
I know what I would do, actually.
What would you do?
I would try to focus on somehow like helping mental health, like trying to fix mental health stuff.
Oh my god.
Because that'd be like useful.
So boring shit.
That's not boring. Oh my god. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? You know
Shut
what
the
I'm gonna do?
fuck up, clone fucker. We know what you would do.
I'm gonna find some way to transform myself into Keith David, but stay at a perpetually young state where I walk around talking like this. Hey, what's going on? I've finally done it.
Where are the clones at?
Where are the clones?
I'm horny.
Imagine, okay, if your clone sounded like Keith David, you wouldn't let him suck your dick?
That's totally different, of course. That's
He's
like
fucking
that's completely different.
He's handsomely bellowing upon your dick.
And he's like just like. So
Well, there goes any chance of him appearing.
We're kidding.
Nobody show him this clip.
He has a good sense of humor. He might still show up. You never know.
I'll keep this for the Patreon. This will be.
Take this part out. Take this part out of the regular podcast. Take this. We can't have this one there.
Just bleep out Keith David. Just be like, or Deeth Caven.
Bill
there
Clinton.
Yeah,
Oh
Bill.
my God.
Bill Clinton.
I don't know. I would probably try to somehow I don't know, make me a set of Mjolnir armor.
I would start doing like cyberpunk shit. I would like start replacing my limbs with like crazy cool like fake ass fucking cyber limbs and shit. Like I'd get me a kick ass bionic arm, but I'd want my real hand. You know, like I'd want my.
What's the point,
so you want
Chris?
So you want a cyber forearm?
I want this part to all be fake and powerful, but I want my real hand.
Why?
Because I don't. This is
even
something,
you think it's stupid in your brain.
No, hold on.
You want to feel your dick, right? Is that it?
I am concerned based on how many robot arms that I've seen. They don't look particularly conducive to
masturbation.
To that, and also just like I don't know. Can you feel with? Is it established that you can like feel through like?
It depends. It depends on the like world, because if it's connected to your nerves, then yes, you should be able to feel. If there's some sort of sensor that makes it come through your nerves, you should be able to feel. But
ideally,
for instance, I don't want you want your fucking stupid ass hands. I want robotic fingers, so when I choke people, I can't tell how hard I'm choking them. I want to really hurt people. I want to punch people so hard that I don't know if they die or not.
Think about it this way. Think about
How Christian of you.
Think about it this way. You get it. It is the year 2056 or something. Mm-hmm. Let's say hypothetically we're the same age that we are now. Whatever. Fucking who cares?
We get frozen.
And we lose our arms, and then we have to get them replaced with like cybernetic arms, and we can't feel anything.
Perfect.
Through those arms. That you'd be okay with that.
Perfect.
You'd never feel a titty again. You'd never.
Perfect with that.
You'd really.
Perfect. I would just punch the ground as hard as I can and not feel it. And I'd be like, this is fucking awesome.
But
and I'd go do fucking crazy shit.
But you'd probably just break your.
Are they enhanced arms?
They are enhanced arms, but like you don't feel if you can't feel anything through them, then you're not going to know how much is too much.
Don't you have like sensors in your fucking arm to dictate that?
Look,
I don't know. All this shit hooked up to your brain?
Look, I'm working on the assumption of the crudest possible technology.
I would slap someone's head off their body. I would do some wild shit because dude, you understand? Have you ever really, really punched someone hard, Chris? Like I've punched people in the skull before, and that shit hurts after you do it.
I punched a kid's head into a school bus window.
So imagine not being
grade?
able to have to hold back when you punch someone with robotic arms too.
I mean, if you want, I mean, what you could do is hit people with a hammer if that's what you're trying to do.
Bro, the hands is more intimate.
I
understand that.
What is your focus on combat?
Because what's the point of being a fucking enhanced human if you're not going around beating the life out of other things? You're a weapon now. Be a weapon.
You're not just gonna be fighting for no reason.
I'm gonna be fighting for no reason. You might not be doing that.
The reason that I would want to like get like bionic knees and bionic arms and shit, and bionic arms and shit is because like this shit is just so faulty, as it is. Like it just sucks. I can't lift anything. I can't do anything. My knees crack every single like moment of every single day. They suck, and the tendons are gonna get weaker. It's just downhill. Not to mention, there's more of you to possibly get cancer on. Like it's just way less Like it's just way less advantageous to just be just purely biological.
I don't care about all that. I just want to be chrome. That's all. I just want to be chrome.
A whole chrome person,
like Lizzie Wizzy.
Like that shit. That shit would be
everything's chrome.
Like the SpongeBob episode.
Yeah, dude.
The future, everything's chrome. I forgot about that fucking
shit.
episode.
Oh my god, I would love to be made of. Dude, if I could get like cybernetic enhancements, I would totally take that shit. I'd probably fuck up one day and like my arms would rip out of place and I'd be like, I'm in so much pain, my body's doing all this wild shit. But like until that happens, I'd love it. I'd jump off high places and then not get hurt when I hit the ground. And what if I could store the fucking force that I ever create from jumping off places in my knees, and then I hit people real hard with like my legs, like I could store the kinetic energy after I hit a ground.
You really want to hurt people.
You're just you're thinking in like fucking Marvel comics.
I'm just destructive, bro.
I'm thinking in like genuine like application. Like they're not gonna give your average civilian an arm that can like rip a building in two. Like I don't want to rip a building in two.
I just want to be able to hurt a regular person.
You could do that now.
I want to be able to do it and not feel pain after doing it.
That would feel emotional
being psychopaths. Pain. You probably couldn't feel pain. You'd probably go crazy.
Well, you'd probably just die because you wouldn't understand when you were doing damage to yourself.
Yeah,
but you're robotic.
You're sick and whatnot.
You're not really doing damage to yourself anymore.
I mean, I guess. Well,
if you have like nanotech that acts as like an autoimmune shit and that it thwarts any danger, then there you go.
I mean, yeah, because the thing about bionics, the reason it doesn't work is because your white blood cells will attack if you put like fucking shit inside your body. Your body's like gonna attack it, and then you're gonna get sick. You're gonna get sick.
Like I want chrome eyes. Like I want it all chrome.
I would definitely get my eyes replaced.
Absolutely.
That's something I desperately need.
Oh yeah, I want to see every color that is. I want to see everything.
I want to have the same visual spectrum as a fucking brine shrimp, whatever those shrimps are. I can see fucking 2,000 different color spectrums. I want to be able to see. I want to be overloaded. I want to look outside one day and just like and fall down.
That is such a wildly specific animal. I'm glad you brought it up.
Is it the pistol shrimp?
It's one of those.
Probably because a brine shrimp's fucking one of those things that you just put in. What do they call them? There's another word for them. The brine shrimps that they're like like stupid pets for kids. And
sea monkeys.
Sea monkeys.
Oh,
this episode is just us realizing what we're talking about mid sentence.
What is it called? Are they called pistol shrimps?
What is it called? Pistol shrimp. What is it called? Sea monkeys.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not afraid to admit that I probably sound extra retarded on this episode.
Oh no, it's 2021, man. It's like we're still recovering from last year. Also, I can't remember what happened yesterday, to be completely fucking honest with you.
Oh, I know what happened to me, man. I fucking no, it wasn't even yesterday. Jesus Christ.
Exactly. You see, you don't even know.
No, dude, I have two broken cars right now, man.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on? What's going on with that?
So my truck engine finally gave out. There's a piece inside of the engine that's not worth fixing. It's not worth fixing. But I've had it for way longer than I thought I was going to have it. And then I inherited that van that pretty much looks like a van from Good Kid, Mad City. And the van is more fucked up than anybody thought it was. And it looks like it's not worth fixing either. And so I was going to get it registered in my name because, my grandma, she passed on. And then so I got the van. But it's just like, oh, this is great timing because I need to save money to move somewhere, and now I don't have a functioning car, and I'm like, oh, now I have to fucking figure out how to sell these things that are all fucked up because who wants to fucking buy bullshit cars?
You can sell them for parts.
So, I can sell them for parts, but that's a little bit harder. So hopefully I can, and I'm gonna get way less money, which sucks dick.
Yeah.
And then so I'm like, it's a fucking. So now I have to figure out. Should I try to get a car first, or should I try to move first? Just use, it's a fucking mess. 2021 is fucking gay already. I'm just gonna say that.
It's the mantis shrimp.
Oh, mantis shrimp. You're still on that.
It's the mantis shrimp. They have the really, really like wide spectrum of colors. I want to see like them. I want to be able to. I want to look at the color pink and not try to guess if it's white.
Oh yeah, because you're colorblind.
I want to be able to see things correctly. I want something to involving color come up and people not laugh at me when it's my turn. People be like, "Ha, you can't see it. You're fucking dumb." And I'm like, all right, well,
That's all you want with your cybernetics.
yeah, I just want to be fine.
All right, Billy the Big Ball Brawler wrote in. He says,
Billy.
Greetings, crotch goblins who are dysfunctional as they are disfigured. My question is rather simple. What's your most entertaining I got cock blocked by story? Back in high school, my then girlfriend and I were getting busy near a scheduled section of a secluded section of a river just off a local park when a stray turtle interrupted us. Needless to say, she stopped everything and took the turtle home. So yeah, I got cock blocked by a turtle. That's fucking rough, my guy.
Damn.
What have I been?
And then she fucked that turtle's fucking. That turtle was probably chilling, like, oh man, I'm having a good
You
time.
see
They
it-
got fucking robbed.
You look in her window the next morning and the turtle's just like on the pillow, like smoking.
Like,
I'd
damn,
kill that
dude.
turtle. I'd put that turtle in the oven.
That's cruel.
I'd
Get
throw
some
him in the
fucking
oven.
soup. Get some fucking soup, son.
Dude, this is a little off topic, and I'm gonna try not to veer too high off of it. But
We
it's a
just got to
Caribbean
a question.
It's a Caribbean thing that people eat turtles. So I remember there was one time, I shit you not, I was at my uncle's house. He looks like a stereotypical Puerto Rican dude. I was at his house, and he brought a gigantic turtle inside, and it was big. It was like big, like almost the size of me at
fucking
like
tortoise?
6. And
Like
I
a
was
tortoise?
like, Uncle Edward, where'd you get a turtle this big from? And he was like, oh, I got it from down by the harbor. We're going to cut it open and have turtle soup. And I was like, you're going to eat it? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, can I take it instead of you eating it? And he was like, no, I bought that to eat it. And I was just like, why are you eating turtles? I was so confused.
That's a
that
thing?
people ate turtles. I swear to God, man.
Turtle soup?
Of course,
That's-
of course, it's a thing.
That sounds like something really like. All right, look,
You
sounds
probably,
like
you probably heard about it too.
I heard about it, but I always just assumed it was like a dream.
Exactly. We're savages. We go on an island, bro. We eat everything we can find.
It's traditional. You need to get the mallet and smash its head open. Then you crack the fucking shell, and then
Wait,
you
what?
start putting in chicken noodle soup in it. And it's just really,
This is crazy that this is
You're
real.
tripping
Like,
right now, right?
of course.
anyway, what were we talking about? Fucking cock block stories? Fuck,
Yeah, the turtle cock blocking. Whoever, yeah, the person.
I'm so distraught.
Yeah,
By turtle
I won't
soup.
eat. I won't have turtle soup. I've never had it. I never had shark fin or anything like that. I just feel like it's so fucked up.
Yeah.
It's just so
Yeah.
unnecessary. We have so many chickens and cows. Like, why go for turtles?
We literally
it's
started
like-
cloning chickens.
Yeah,
Like
because
at-
there's too many people that want chicken.
At the very least, like, like I can understand venturing into different birds. Like I can understand wanting to be like, I wonder what duck is like, or I wonder what fucking, I don't know, shit like that, like turkey. Like
Yeah,
obviously.
turkey, duck, pheasant, shit like that.
Yeah,
People
like,
blast
I-
all those birds.
Like,
Vulture, eagle.
I'll eat a fucking eagle. I don't
Griffin.
give a shit.
I will not eat an eagle.
I would eat an eagle.
Absolutely.
What? Yeah, I would eat an eagle.
They're too majestic, man. I can't fucking.
They're
But
not
if it's-
majestic.
what
They
if it's-
fucking
what-
take things.
What if it's dead already?
Well, if it's already if freshly dead, then might as well.
You know
What
the
if you were-
reports of eagles taking babies? Not even kidding.
I don't give a fuck about that. That's cool.
That's not cool. It's cool
cool
until
as
your
shit.
child is gone. Your kid
I'm
is
not gonna
taken.
be in an area where an eagle can snatch my child. I'm not a retard.
I mean,
Yo,
there's
have you ever?
eagles in
Hold
New
on,
York City, bro.
hold on. Have you ever seen what? Have you ever
Eagles in New York
seen?
City, bro.
Have you ever seen an eagle just standing?
They look horrifying.
It is jarring. I never realized how big an eagle was until I saw one just standing on someone's lawn. Just standing.
Just staring
Because I
at
remember
people.
going like walking down the street. I was like, "Oh, who's that standing on the road? Who's that?" I thought. Who's that?
a little
What person is that? I wonder what their family is like. I wonder what their name is. I wonder where they live. I wonder if they pay taxes here. And it flew away.
You
I
gave
can't
it
e-
humanity.
I gave it humanity before I even came close to it, and then it flew away. And I shit you not, it was one of the most traumatizing experiences that I have ever fucking remembered, because that is a moment where you have to really get your bearings
Yeah.
on what's around you.
Because reality
You see-
starts shaking.
You see when you see something that you just convinced yourself was a man fly into the sky, and you're just like, all right, okay, something's got to give here.
In through your nose, out
But
through your
yeah.
mouth. This person just flew away.
At first, I thought he became an eagle.
You don't know that. Fucking Animorphs was popular back in the day.
Dude, there's freaking, what you call it? The Native Americans, bro. You heard about that shit. You've heard those stories.
Oh, yeah, the skinwalkers.
Yeah, people fucking turn into animals and shit.
But yeah, fucking, I don't know. I don't know if I have many, if any, cock-blocked by stories.
I've been cock-blocked mostly by, like, children.
What?
What?
Like, children are like,
I don't
let's
like,
go
I don't
do
like where
this.
this is going, bro.
Like, let's go do this. And I'm like, but I kind of want to stay here with my girlfriend. They're like, but let's go. And my girlfriend's like, come on, let's go take him, get some ice cream. And it's like,
like, yeah. That's pretty awful.
Let's get ice cream.
And you fucking turn into Guile and flash kick that kid, dude.
Flash kick that kid twice, bro.
Yeah.
backflip kick again.
Fuck that motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
That's really upsetting.
I wish I had stories.
I definitely have one that sticks in me, and it was the summer of 2007. And
I remember that very well.
And so I was dating this girl briefly in high school, and then we broke up, and then we reconnected back in 2007. And she was always kind of religious. You know, she was a Syrian Christian family. But not like too, religious.
Yeah.
But then she went to a festival and she saw POD, Payable on Death, and was super inspired to the point where she didn't want to bang anymore. Kind of wanted to be like a born-again Christian. I was like, I cannot believe I got cock-blocked by POD. Like, what the fuck is this?
That's
I was
pretty
so
wild.
mad. I was so mad that I'm like, because I actually used to like that band a little bit. I'm like, yeah, they have a couple of good hits. And then immediately after that, I was like, I fucking hate this band. Like, how does that happen? It's just a show. You saw a show, but then it was so good, I guess. I don't know what, like, they're just probably saying some nice shit, like, hey, close your pussy, and then like, okay. And that was the downfall of us. Because I wasn't like on that level of, I ain't doing that Sweeney shit.
Bro, it's really fulfilling, man.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
You learn to respect your girlfriend for more than just her body.
You sound so fake. You sound like the fakest bitch ever right now.
And like I can respect that, you know. You may be afraid to embark on that journey to be able to find real, true love. I'm gonna get
a plane ticket to fucking Europe right now and slam some puss, dude. You have no idea. You have no fucking idea.
Derek, you are too consumed by the addiction, the physical addiction of flesh. You need to feed your spirit, Derek. You need to feed your spirit. Now I have some chapters from the Bible I can give to you that can really help you out, Derek. I'm just saying, man.
All I want is like 1 Corinthians, no bitch should talk or something. I just
no
want you like
bitch
give me
should
that
open her mouth when I'm in the middle of speaking. Lest they be struck to the floor.
Traditional Tradcon Sweeney is a wild character.
Tradcon Sweeney.
Traditional conservative.
I like when you get to the fucking good parts where we know the misogynist parts. I dig that.
Of the
but not
Bible?
this whole of
the Biblico?
Those are the only parts that I like. Like everything else is whack. Like there's the whole don't beat your slave to death. You can beat them, but make sure they don't die. Like I hate shit like that. That's really in there.
What's
make
I
sure you don't.
I don't remember that part.
Oh,
that is the thing. Yeah.
I'm a connoisseur of the Bible. This is what people always say, that joke, like, "Oh, I was a Christian till I read the Bible." But it's kind of true. When you actually start reading the whole thing, you're like, "Oh, this is fucking wild." This is wild. How is any woman Christian? It's so fucked up.
I know the Old Testament is particularly horrible for women.
Oh,
Old Testament's
it's just as bad. It's just as bad in New Testament. The thing. It's not. No. Oh no.
Old Testament's
trust me.
Horrible, Derek.
Trust me.
A woman can't show her hair to anyone except for her husband.
Dude,
and
the Old Testament is fucked up for everybody. The New Testament is fucked up for women more. It's like on the same level and less fucked up for men. That's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, it makes progress in every.
Women still have a raw deal.
It makes progress in every other avenue except for women.
Women and gay people.
They're still, no matter what, they're still. Oh yeah, for sure. All of the marginalized groups are still. I mean, why do you think the country is so fucking divisive, man? Because the Bible says to hate gays and everybody.
Man.
Bro, it's so easy to just like not care about other people's sex lives. And like
it is easy.
I can't believe you got cockblocked by POD.
I was genuinely upset I have no reason to be upset at that ban. You know what I mean? Because it's just one of those things where she got inspired to be a better Christian or whatever.
You see, Derek,
but I took it out on POD.
I
sure.
think I oh my god.
I should have pulled out the Bible and started reading some passages and tell her to shut the fuck up and do what I say. But
Jesus Christ! All right.
I mean, because it's in there.
I wish I had a good story. I just don't. Like every cockblock story I have is just generic stuff. Like, oh, my parents just got home or whatever the fuck, or like some fucking nonsense.
I've definitely
my mom just died, and you're like, oh, wah, go take your pants off.
Oh man, my brother just got shot in the face. It's like, oh, so what? He's dead now. He doesn't need pussy. I'm here. I need pussy. What do you need? That's what a non-Christian would do. I wouldn't do that because I'm too busy following the Lord's path.
All right.
Amen.
Amen. A woman.
Amen.
Right. Did you see that?
Did you say?
Did you see that recently at like one of the congressional hearings? They like ended it with a woman.
No.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
it's really embarrassing.
Interesting.
We won't give you health care, but we'll say a woman.
I hope we won't try to stop you from. We'll try to take your right to your body away, but we'll say a woman. Yeah. I love it. I love how backwards this fucking country is, dude.
Anyway, a name that I can't read because I'm pretty sure this is in fucking.
Is it Russian?
It's like I don't think it's Chinese. It might be Korean. Whatever this name
is. Does it have the circles? Does it have circles?
No.
Okay, it's not Korean then.
Does it have circles?
I don't know.
The circles are for sure Korean.
It's in the document. It's like the last question. Reading it. I'm reading it now just because I think it's a good one. But it's in the document. I have no fucking clue how to say this name. I apologize, but I will do my best.
Yo.
No, I can't do my best because I don't even know where to begin. Anyway, thank you for your question. I will read it now. Did y'all know that there is a fan-made tabletop RPG system for Halo called Mythic? Is that real? I host for a few friends, and they're a squad of Helljumpers running missions on Earth to cull the Flood after a mission after Master Chief peaced out. P.S. I love you. P.S. Sweeney, seriously, please play the Mass Effect trilogy, you bloody heathen. This is why I wanted to read this, because it is 2021. This game came out. Mass Effect 2 came out in fucking 2008?
Here we go.
I'm just saying, man, you gotta fucking get to it.
Here we go. Guys, I have so many... Look, guys, I don't even really play video games if I'm not streaming anymore, 1.
So stream Mass Effect.
Yeah.
2, Mass Effect's probably not giving me the numbers I need, bro. I'm trying to get partnered, bro. I need numbers.
So you're streaming Smash and Destiny 2?
Destiny 2, Smash, Ghost.
Why don't you just fucking play Among Us if you want numbers?
Yeah,
you fucking lying bitch.
I don't want to play Among Us, man. I don't want to play that game.
Well, then you don't want numbers.
Yeah,
you just said you wanted numbers.
Look. Let me explain this to you, okay? Among Us is a really fun game if there is a voice chat.
Yeah, fucking go into a voice chat.
I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna fuck people's day. You know,
You're making excuses. No. Hold on. You're making excuses here. I won't play Mass Effect because it won't give me the numbers, but you won't play games that will give you numbers. Destiny 2, I'm sure doesn't give you numbers.
It gives me pretty good numbers, man.
I swear to you. I guarantee you when people tune into your streams, less people watch when there's Destiny 2 on.
I disagree.
Okay. I'll be keeping a close eye.
I have my Smash people. People come up with Smash, always. People show up for Destiny. You always show up for just chatting. That's when the most people show up for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, because they want to hear about. They don't know them. They don't know you. They just know bits and pieces, and they wanna get intimate, man.
Yes, me all they want to get me with this dick. kiss the side of my dick. What's that?
The side.
The side.
My dick's a box, so I got sides.
At the very least, dude, it's coming out like very soon.
I promise you guys, when the collection comes out, I promise, there's no reason I should not get that game.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Yeah.
Notice,
if you
notice,
don't, then
hold on. Notice what he just said.
What do you say?
There is no reason why I will not get that game. I will get that game. The issue is not about whether you'll get it.
Oh my gosh.
Because you have it. Because you have it, my guy. Will you play it? Those are wise words. I recognize. I recognize that.
I already own the games because there's an Xbox in the living room, and I could always play it. Guys, I understand. Look, okay. I just haven't gotten to it. There's no reason other than that. There's literally nothing other than that. I just haven't gotten to it yet. That's the only reason. I'm sure I wouldn't hate it. I love space. I love fucking the fact you could fuck aliens.
You're gonna like it.
I think Shepard's already cool as shit, Like, I like it. Keith David's in the game, Of course I want to play
Exactly.
it. But, just not yet, guys. Not yet.
All right.
Soon, though, I promise. Very soon. But not yet.
All right. Sweenus Swinging His Dingus wrote in.
Okay.
He says, "Dear man who killed Jimmy Hoffa, you and alien hater. Don't know what. Okay, thanks.
I'm alien hater.
Answered.
Clearly.
Yeah, you are clearly the alien hater.
And what's you? Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. Answered this answer. Wait a minute. What? Oh, you and alien hater answered this question. So he's talking about me and Sweeney.
Okay.
Answered this question many moons ago with Minion Lady (parentheses Gabby) when she was dressed like a fucking minion by accident.
Oh my god.
But I don't think we ever got Black Metal's opinion. Is it gay to suck your own dick? Really?
Oh,
No.
I'm surprised we never talked about this.
yeah. I feel
Surely
like we
we
have, but
must
maybe we
have,
never
right?
did.
Maybe we never
I'm sure
did?
I've talked about it outside many a times, but I guess not. Yeah, because it's out of technicality, it can't be.
Yeah.
It literally can't be.
It's just it's
you're gay if you masturbate. That's it. That's just,
yeah,
it's
no,
that
exactly.
simple.
Yeah, you're not gay.
This is the conclusion that we reached the last time as well. It can't be because it's you. The caveat to that I still maintain is that
Is it gay to be the one sucking?
No. It's not about any of that because you're doing it to yourself. You have to do it. You have to be the one sucking. The issue is sucking a dick is more like sucking a dick than having your dick sucked in that context.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the only. That's like a little asterisk next to it, but it's fine. Whatever. Do whatever the fuck you need to do. God Christ, Lord knows I've seen all sorts of horrible shit already.
Yeah. And I would say the one thing that would, it's because it's like, all right, so when you're regularly jerking off or whatever, you're not finishing in your mouth. So I imagine if you were sucking your own dick, you don't finish in your fucking mouth.
That is fucking wild. That's
Is it really that wild?
I've definitely seen porns where girls have squirted in their own mouths, and like they
if
fucking
they're
go to the
talented
camera.
enough.
They go to the camera and they show it, and it's like honey bun.
Women are different.
Stop.
Women are different
Women
creatures.
have an
Stop.
exception. Women have that exception to the point where, like, I've seen a plethora of women, like, just going to town on themselves, and afterwards they're just fucking treating their fingers like popsicles. And it's just like, that's pretty normal in the porn world. But if a dude does that shit, right, he finishes and then he's like, woo! It's
He fucking licks his whole hand.
It is deeply uncomfortable to see.
Yo, if you lick your own hand after nutting in your hand, bro, you gotta talk to me immediately. 'Cause I gotta fight
don't
you.
even like my own stuff touching me, man. That shit annoys me. That's just me though. Like I don't give a fuck about if somebody else is cool with it or not. It just
If I get cum in my
feel-
pants, I have to change my pants immediately.
I mean, it's a good idea.
What?
Immediately.
Of course. What?
It's a good
Even
idea.
my
You don't
underwear,
really want
like
to walk
if
around
I'm
with that
underwear, I'm
fucking
like, ah
stain.
man,
Yeah,
I
of
gotta
course.
change,
What do
I gotta
you
change my
mean?
underwear. I just don't.
Why-
I don't like cum anywhere on me, bro.
Why are you treating that like it's like even in this scenario I would do it? Like
Wait,
that's
it's
an
not
obvious.
weird. I thought people did that. I don't know. I don't know everybody. I don't know
People
everybody's
just walk
sexual
around
routine.
with.
You think people come in their clothes and just walk around with cum in their clothes?
Yeah, I guess.
I knew a guy that did beat off in his pants in school. He just couldn't wait to get home, and so he had just chilling in his pants still. I guess lunchtime. I don't fucking know, dude. But it's pretty impressive. That's impressive to do.
Yo, I know people. No. Look, okay, guys, be real. Be very real. I heard stories of people like beating off in a fucking bathroom at school. Did either of you guys do that shit?
It's too dirty. No way.
It's too
I
much
will say- okay,
tension.
I'll say this though. When I went on one U.S. tour in 2009, and there's nowhere else to beat off. So the Walmart bathroom was really the place to do it. So you really had no choice. We were either sleeping in a van or we were sleeping in a motel. You didn't have anywhere else to go. Now, sometimes there were showers, right? But the whole thing is you don't want people to beat off in the showers.
Derek, if there's anything we learned from the Raimi Spider-Man films, it's that we always have a choice.
Exactly, dude.
Oh, so you want... See, this is how incels are created. They don't relieve themselves, and then they kill people.
Oh, my God.
You need to relieve yourself to focus and to be clarity.
You probably shouldn't just keep it all pent up in there, because that leads to like it goes from like fine to like confusion to like rage.
You can
and
wait.
Eventually you're just mad.
You can wait till you get home though, surely.
Not if you're in my scenario.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's not like if it like I've. In my age now, sometimes I'll even forget. I'm like, oh, when's the last time I've done it? It's not like festering in my mind all the time now. But especially on the tour, it was different because there were like say sometimes there were very attractive women at the shows or whatever, and then sometimes you don't, you strike out or nothing happens or whatever, and then you fucking at a certain point, what are you gonna do? Now,
I don't know.
Especially if you
pray about it.
If you in that situation when you're in a shitty van with a trailer, opposed to like having one of those big ass buses in your own bunk, then you're probably like fucking, just going to town and somebody else has to clean up after you return the bus. But
could you imagine someone's like, I gotta go into the trailer right now, I gotta beat my dick, and they go in this fucking trailer that's swaying and fucking hitting all these bumps, they're beating their dick all over the instruments, and they come out.
I imagine that was the case, man. I imagine if these bands, all I know is that like even when we're talking about groupies in the very beginning, just the wild shit that these fucking bands will get up to, man.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Let's see. Sloshy Scout wrote in. It says, "Hey, Sween team in the Dream Machine. I'm not caught up on the podcast, but I'm enjoying it so far, and I have a 2-part question for you that you hopefully haven't answered. What is your least favorite album or song from your favorite band or artists? And what is your favorite song or album from your least favorite band or artist?"
Ooh, these are
so like
thinkers.
the worst song from the people that you love, and the best song from the people that you hate is something that we could probably simplify it to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to think. I feel like I have to think about like the worst.
My favorite artist. I gotta get him up.
Yeah.
So
I gotta
sure.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of like what's the worst Rise Against song that I could think of, and I don't know. I guess. I man, this is rough. I'm really trying to fucking remember. I think
okay, go for it, Chris.
I think probably the worst song from my favorite band. Probably I don't know, it's probably off of like their acoustic album. Like I like the acoustic album, it's fine, but it's just not what I go to that. It's not what I go to that band for. And I think that album in general is just kind of like, even for an acoustic album, is like, oh, you could have done more with these arrangements, and it could have been a little bit more clever, a little bit more inspired. I think it's Ghost Note Symphonies, and it's like, it's okay. But I never listen to those songs really. There's like a handful that I do, but most of them are pretty fine. And the best song from people that I don't really have much respect for. I'm not going to say Imagine Dragons because I genuinely can't think of one. Nickelback has a song called Feed the Machine that's actually pretty good. It's like this metal thing that sounds actually like it's got a really genuinely good guitar thing going on. It's got a pretty good melody to it. It's fine. It's better than I expect the Nickelback song to be, so I can appreciate it, I guess, in that respect.
There you go.
You're not getting.
It's really difficult, especially to just break it down into a song.
Yeah, you could or album. Album's fine
I'd
too.
say
that's what I did.
Yeah,
I know the song and everything for me, for at least my least favorite.
Okay, you want to just go first then?
So for me, my least favorite song by one of my favorite artists is Kendrick Lamar's song "Love" on Damn. I hate that song. That song's
It's
stupid.
not a good song.
It's stupid.
like
it ruins that song. Single-handedly ruins the flow of that whole album to me. I think actually. And I know it has another meaning other than what it's saying, but like, fuck, I hate that song. I hate that song so much.
Is it really that bad?
It's underwhelming. I don't like it. I skip
it. That album. It fucks that album.
I definitely skip it. I feel you on that.
The album without that song is easy and almost a 9 out of 10, and with that song, it's a fucking 7 out of 10. It's a fucking dumbass song.
God damn.
And then my favorite song from an artist I don't like. I'm trying to think of a song by Juice WRLD that I like. Let me see.
I don't know, man. All that shit sounds the same to me, dude.
They do. They all sound dumb. But
I don't even mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean it in a way that like it's all similar. So I don't know how you're gonna differentiate that.
So
shit,
for me, an artist I don't very much but I like a few of their songs is Playboi Carti. I don't like Playboi Carti all that much, but he has a song called Magnolia and Fetty. Those two songs I cannot deny they fucking hit. They hit pretty fucking hard. Magnolia hits, it was like one of those popular songs, and then Fetty's just a song about pure niggadry, and I love it. It's just so fucking, it's just ghetto-ness, and I love that song.
All right, I'll fucks with that.
Listen to it, you're gonna be like, whoa.
I was trying to think, and the only thing I can really if I thought about it longer, I could come with something good, but I think like one of my favorite bands that I think because there are too many people's favorite bands, I just don't really think about it, but Metallica is like, I really like Metallica, and they had their 90s era that was really terrible music, and they have a lot of that's the whole thing, like there's too much shit, but I think everybody knows notoriously Saint Anger, that album is complete trash. First of all, Lars is a fucking terrible drummer, which I think I'm going to make a video about that on my metal channel, just really talk about how he holds Metallica back, but at the same time, without him, they would have broken up. So it's kind of a weird, catch-22 thing. And it's just a terrible album because it's nothing like Metallica ever. No solos, terrible fucking everything. The production, fucking garbage. So you can just pick one from there. Pick one.
Just tearing them down. Holy shit, Derek.
It's like, it's one of those songs, like just pick one of those fucking songs. And and just to stay on par with what I was saying, how I kind of resent POD, despite me not liking them, there's something about their song Alive that just hits so different to me. There's something about it. It's just written in a way, like the melody is so good. It's such a feel-good song and such an inspirational song.
Yeah.
And there's something about it that like it hits like nothing else that they have, because I'm kind of like, oh yeah, this new metal band, this dude kind of raps a little bit, he has dreads. I get it. I get what he's doing. But there's something about that fucking song that I feel like I want to do some type of training montage to it, or I want to run to it or something. It's weird, but fuck POD though. Seriously, that shit really ruined my shit back in the day. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yo, man. Could you imagine your girlfriend goes and sees this show and she comes back and your girlfriend was like always down to fucking thrashing, and then she's just like, I don't want to have sex anymore at all. And you're like, what? Are you serious? Are we like? Is it like? Are you kidding? Is this gonna be like a week-long thing? Are you like you're just done with the whole thing?
That is a pretty wild character change in a very short amount of time.
Oh my god!
It's so upsetting. It's just like, well, we've already been fucking, like this whole born again shit. Like, come on, do you think you're tricking? Are you trying to trick God? Is that what you're trying to do?
It's not tricking God. You see, Derek. Your heart is closed to. Okay. The
I can't entertain any more of Christian Sweeney. I can't do it. Next question,
Christian, dude. I know.
Next question is from Nikki Ziggy. They wrote in. He says, "Hello, boys. Hope you're doing well. I was wondering how you guys feel about the girl proposing to the BF. I know you're all very progressive and don't think it's sacrilegious or anything, but I was wondering if you personally, as men, look forward to popping the big Q, and if you would feel like you missed out if the girl proposed, or if you would be like ecstatic or overjoyed if the girl took initiative. Was maybe thinking of taking said initiative myself." Oh, well, thanks.
I understand that feeling, actually, sir.
What the hell? We have women listening?
Yeah, I guess so. Look at that. We're broadening our horizons. Thank you, Nikki, for the question.
I personally understand that feeling very much so. I would like to marry my current girlfriend.
Okay.
If she proposed to me, I have a whole plan how I want to propose to her. But if she proposed to me, I'd be like, well, I guess it's just less money I got to spend. So fuck it. Awesome. That's great. That's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not really all that. I don't give a shit how it happens. You know, like as long as it occurs at some point. I think I have never. The issue is that I have never approached anybody. Like I have never asked anybody out. I've never had to take the initiative in that kind of thing. Pretty much ever in my life. So I don't even know if I really know how to do that.
Dude, you might not know how to propose.
I probably don't.
Holy shit, man.
I think I'm gonna be honest, man. I think you should work on that a little bit.
What do you mean?
I think taking the initiative really shows that you give a fuck.
No, well, I've taken the initiative in like, I should rephrase it. Like I've been like, hey, I'll come see you first or something, or like, hey, I'll plan something. I'll like plan things to do and shit. It's just that it just so happens that the overwhelming majority, and I think probably every single time that I've gone into a relationship, it's never been me saying, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend or whatever the fuck? Because I don't know how to say that without sounding like a piece of shit. It just sounds like such a wimpy sentence to say. So I've just never done it. But
you should
been
phrase
fine.
It differently. Okay.
No, but you know what I'm saying. It's like it's
I
just.
I actually agree with you with that line. Anytime I've asked out girls in the past, I've found a different way to say it because that regular "want to be my girlfriend" sounds very fucking cringe to me too.
I always say, "Do you want to be my property?" Would you like to now become my property?
I love it. I love it. I think I'm gonna be real, because the way that I see the type of relationships I like is where I always say this in just short. I don't want to date a princess. I want to date a queen. I'm a fucking king. I want a queen that, say, if I die or something, she's going to be able to hold down the fort too. She's not going to be some helpless damsel like, oh, I don't know what to do. So my whole thing is, if my chick is a queen and she's strong, if she feels like she wants to take the initiative and undercut me and propose, I wouldn't feel offended. Yeah. Even though, like, I kind of want to, I want to do that. I feel like that would be something really cool to do, and plan some shit out, and then set up a tripod and probably looks super fucking obvious or something, or just have some creep that looks like he's jerking off by some trees, but he's actually taking pictures. It's a homie, like something. You know what I mean? Like, it would be cool to set something up like that. I've seen a lot of examples.
I have a whole thing of how I want to propose to my girlfriend. I have a whole idea how I want to do it.
Don't say it though.
Well,
I'm not going to say it because she watches it. She's going to see it.
Exactly. That's why I thought you were about to ruin that shit.
But like, if it got undercut, like let's say like she reverses the one I have, and she like does something wild, I'll be like, yo, this is fucking amazing. No, I'm not marrying you. And then I have a reversal ready for her reversal. And like, we're in the car and she's like driving back and she's like crying stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what's really funny? Just pull over right here. Right? Just pull over. And then it'll be something else that happens. It'll be like, what the fuck? You outwitted me. And I'll be like, yeah, I gotcha.
That'd be cool. I mean, that would be cool if you can actually control, hopefully, because there might be some irreversible damage.
That sounds manipulative as hell.
That sounds like a serious, because she outwitted me. She reversed it to me first. So if I reversed it on her, she shouldn't be that mad.
Right. Yeah. I understand.
But she didn't say no. That's the thing. Saying no was like, oh man.
That's different. Yeah. That's different.
Like, hey,
maybe later.
Oh man, not right now.
It's a huge gamble, bro. That's a huge gamble. But if you could pull it off, that's legendary shit.
That is.
Look, I like gambles, bro.
But so what's our consensus? Like, do we care?
Nah, do your thing, ladies.
Don't care, but I do have a question for Nikki, or it's something to think about when you listen to this. Why are you taking the initiative? Do you feel like he's never going to do it, or do you just feel like it's going? Like I say, do it if you feel. I'm talking about, for sure things are going to go smoothly. I would never tell somebody or give somebody the advice of, oh, take a chance, not knowing if they're going to say yes or not. I think that's crazy. I feel like you should already know that both of y'all want to get married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like make sure it's not one of those things, because I saw some crazy shit in Target. Now, I'm not saying you're going to do this, Nikki, but I'm saying this girl showed up in a wedding dress.
Yeah,
you saw that shit, right?
Yeah, she showed up to Target in a wedding dress to kind of like force her boyfriend to like propose to her on the spot, right? And they had
he was
people
working
videotaping it.
And she brought a fucking ordained minister or whatever, and just like, hey, let's do it right here, right now. And it's like, yo, that's not gonna work. That's not the way to do it.
I would be so mad. I'd be like, why would you do this to me? You don't respect me, clearly. You don't respect me. You want to make a fool of me, obviously. You think you're better than me, right? Then fight me. Fight me right now if you think you're better than me.
You pull out the fucking Bible right now.
Nikki, if you end up doing this, I would love to see how this goes.
Absolutely.
Like just that, not necessarily film, but just like if you do it sometime and you're still like around, tell us that story. Like, I mean, like, in the comments and shit. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, a question that you ask on the show. It could just be something interesting. And this is something I definitely want to see of, like how this plays out. Because it's not something that I've really ever thought about. Like, if, like, oh, would I really be put off by, like, if my girlfriend proposed to me? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because I want to see this shit. I
really don't. Yeah, I
love
really
seeing
don't.
marriages. Truth be told, like I think getting married is such a beautiful thing, genuinely, that I would love to see. I just love seeing people, like, that's one of the few like things that I watch that's like wholesome. Like I watch like things about elephants being adorable. I watch people fighting each other to like near death. I watch marriage compilations, and I watch like puppies.
You watch marriage compilations?
I watch proposals, yeah, because I'm like, that's really awesome.
I mean, I like interesting. When I see interesting proposals, I can agree to the clever ones. I don't just watch the cute ones. I don't, because
I like them. It's I don't know. It's like.
So you're just longing for that shit.
It brings me peace.
Like. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
In this maelstrom of fucking chaos in my mind, marriage brings me peace. It brings solace to my heart.
Yeah. I would say go ahead and do it. Like I don't think there's any like real social pressure. Like I don't know. Like I think most people now are just like whatever. Unless he's like some like macho
tread thought bullshit.
Unless he's like some macho person, which I don't know. It doesn't sound like he is if you're considering this.
I'm emasculated. I had a friend. This dude, he fucked off to France like over a decade ago, but he broke up with his girlfriend because he felt emasculated because she was the breadwinner. He couldn't find a job. He couldn't hold one. I even got him a job, and then he's just, it's one of those type of people. And eventually he broke up with her just because he's like, I just feel so emasculated. And all of the homies were like, you're the dumbest piece of shit in the world.
That is really pathetic.
She was balling, dude. And he was being taken care of, or it's like, I know you'll find a job eventually, like I got you. And he's like, no, I just feel like a bitch. And I'm like, you're a bitch for saying that.
No, exactly. That is what makes you a bitch, I think. Like if you literally can't handle the fact that your girlfriend makes more money than you, like
she's literally holding you down. She's literally doing the thing that everyone looks for, is holding you down. Like there have been times when I was working at Starbucks where I'd have zero money, and there'd be moments when my girlfriend would have to hold me down, and like I love her for that. Like that is a sign of someone like actually really caring and having enough faith in you to be like, yo, I got you because I know you can get on your feet and do this. And like this person got something that beautiful and was like, no, I can't do it. It's like, he's a dickhead, bro.
100%. It was dumbest thing.
Yeah, she really lucked out.
She did.
She did. I mean, she was fucking cool as shit. I thought she was really dope. And he, I don't really talk to him anymore, so that's why I feel comfortable. Just like, fuck. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Some people are too far up their own asses, man.
Yeah.
why wouldn't you like? It's just like. That's such a huge weight off of my shoulders. You know what I mean? Because now it's like, oh, sick. Now I just have to worry about me. You know?
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, now I can just like, I don't have to worry about like providing or like any of that. Now I can literally just focus on like, okay, I just gotta.
That's
find
just like
something.
knowing someone has your back,
Yeah.
like truly,
Yeah.
like genuinely has
100%.
your best interest at hand, to the point that like if you don't have, you're like, I got you. You know, don't worry about it. That makes me so angry, dude. People,
It's pretty fucked up. Yeah.
guys listening to this, everybody listening to this, when you have something good, I know our brains are stupid, and when we have something good, we're always thinking like, what, there's something wrong, we find our own problems, or we have this stupid urge to go look for other things that could be possibly better. But if you have something good, do not let it pass you by. Because people do that. I've met people that do it way too often. They have these good relationships, and they're like, I'm gonna go. It wasn't working out because of something stupid. And it's like, that was you. You made that problem exist.
Yeah,
Like-
I got firsthand experience, even on the other side, where it's like, nothing's wrong, everything's chill. What's the deal? But then some people, like, if there's any little bit of comfortability, and then they just kind of have to sabotage this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Self-sabotage, man.
And it's unfortunate, and it's like, hopefully people, they just grow, they learn from that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm at an age where, moving forward, everything should be like, I think I'm in the prime position to like secure my property. Just have my wife. You know what I mean? Just
Secure my property. Pay
is
down
my
on my
property?
loan. Oh my god.
and fuck it. So I'm just, but like on the real, like just I feel like say, okay, now moving forward, everything's kind of in line and stuff. And man, I would kill for if I could take a breather and not worry about finances and build up my music and all this shit. Imagine like that piece of shit.
Literally
such a good spot.
Literally, the fear of human beings is not being able to provide for yourself.
Yeah.
And
That
you
is-
find
that
your
is-
mate that is willing to help you provide for yourself because they know you are capable of getting to the point where you can do it. And this dickhead was like, no, I don't want it. Somebody flog him, bro. Flog this
him.
man.
I really hope
that's-
that he's fucking under a guillotine because he's somewhere in Paris right now.
That is just self-sabotage, like
Literally.
purely. That is literally just him inventing a problem in his own head. And I've self-sabotaged plenty of relationships over the last however many years I've been dating and seeing people. So I get it in that regard, but in like this specific instance, like holy shit, man.
Yeah, not to
like
that
I don't know.
extent.
I don't know how you could possibly look at that and. It's not even like, because the way you're talking makes it sound like it's not even like, it wasn't even like a you had this, but like there's like a massive compatibility issue, or like you would fight all the time, and like there are definitely like reasons, like if you're in a situation where your partner is providing for you, why that might not be a great situation, right?
Yeah.
Because then you're dependent on somebody who might be kind of terrible, but.
Yeah.
Like if none of that is a problem and literally it's just like I feel emasculated, that's pretty fucking. That's
it was
not a man.
It
You're already
wasn't
not a
that
man.
they were chilling because even when he decided to move to France, she gave him like $1,000 just to like be be well, get that kind of exactly.
that is fucking wild.
She
man.
had a very kind heart and happened to have a good amount of money. And was willing to take care of this guy even after they split up, just to here's a farewell, take care of yourself. And I'm like, wow, what the fuck is this?
I never.
People are
Let me
fucking
tell you something.
idiots, bro.
I never got $1,000 after a breakup.
You're telling me
I've never gotten
death
a grand
threats.
out of a
I've gotten
breakup.
death threats.
I've
I've
never
gotten
gotten a
slaps. I've gotten fucking brothers, fights from brothers. I've gotten everything but that.
Yeah,
I've gotten pregnancy
never gotten
scares.
anything.
I've gotten the whole fucking kit and caboodle. Never got a fucking G stack in my hand.
Yeah, I got mental breakdowns.
Yeah.
Panic
good one.
attacks.
Of course,
me too.
classic.
A destroyed diet.
Oh, classic.
But
Classico.
never a grand.
Yeah.
Never a grand.
Could you imagine you break up with
destroyed
somebody?
motivations.
You break up with somebody, you get a mutual G stack. You go to the fucking Social Security office. Oh, we broke up. Like, all right, cool. Here's your 1,000. Here's your 1,000. Have a good one.
I'm honestly pretty happy I'm not in that game anymore, because Jesus Christ.
What game are you
stressful
talking about?
life. Just the game of dating in general. Just like going out there and finding
it's
people.
the worst, bro. You find your person, you stick with that person, bro. You latch onto them like a leech.
Like a leech, man.
Like a leech, bro.
So who's out of us three, who's getting married first?
Sweeney, probably.
Probably me.
Yeah.
Unless something crazy happens.
If my relationship fell apart, like to the point something crazy happened, you guys wouldn't see me for a long time. I would disappear. I would go to Japan. I would finally go to Japan and do my whole weeb samurai shit, and I'd come back and I'd be like, "Yeah, I had to leave because I was gonna lose my mind here. America reminds me of my girlfriend, so I had to leave.
I feel it.
Just America.
I'm going to Japan this year, man. Me
and Chris have been talking about it for months.
Me and my friend, we have zero excuse. We have no excuse other than just being lazy. And then, once things shut down, we're like, okay, unacceptable. Soon as it's available, of course, a lot of people are going to go, but I'm not going to go during the holiday seasons, right?
Oh, yeah, we plan on going to Nintendo World. That's the plan for us. We're definitely going to Nintendo
everywhere.
World.
I'm just fucking. I got to see Osaka Castle. Of course, I got to hang out in Tokyo. I got to go to Okinawa. There's a lot. There's a few things I got to do.
I don't even have anywhere I want to be. I just want to eat a lot of food over there. That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to get a sword made for me.
My friend wants prostitutes. That's all I know.
What? I just want a sword made for me. That's it. I want somebody to make me. I want to go somewhere and give them the idea of my blade, and they'll be like, "Yes, I'll get on it right now." And they start forging it, and I'm like, "Yes, that sword is mine. This is my property. This sword is my son."
Slice
My
you with
friend,
it just because.
my friend wants prostitutes.
I have finished your blade. What would you like to name
Are
it?
Americans even sought after over there? Probably not.
No, that's why it's prostitution. They sought after money.
All right, I guess so. I wouldn't want that.
They have these.
If I could go to like Japan with my girlfriend and we could pick up chicks, that'd be fucking sick. But like no one's gonna look.
That
at
should
us.
be very easy. There's I talked to my friend about it, and he was giving me some information. And I had a stream with this Japanese dude. I forget his name's like Nabito or something
like that. Yeah,
something like that. And his channel used to be called Find Love in Japan, and now it's just his name. And he has all these facts about that. And then we were talking about that specifically. And we started looking up his page and looking at some of the videos. And then in my recommended, it says the truth about prostitution in Japan. And I was like, So it's popping over there. It's popping. But, that was my dream, like, when I was 18 or something. And then I kind of like,
go to Japan
like,
and find a wife.
like doing, like, hitting the prostitution. So now I just want to see this stuff. I want to see cherry blossom trees in real life. You know what I mean? I want to grab some of those petals and shit, like stuff that like we don't have in America.
I want to go to Japan without my girlfriend, actually.
Without?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna be. I want to become a samurai. Like I don't want to go. Like going there with my girlfriend is just gonna like. Is she okay? Does she want to become a samurai?
You're gonna be
She's
worrying
not gonna
about
become a samurai.
if you're going there
with
to
me.
do some weeb shit. I understand.
Yeah, like I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get my own sword. I'm gonna get like real fucking cool. Like
you're gonna get like a gi.
I get like a gi and everything like that. It's gonna be fucking sick. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be like, yo guys, I could really kill people now, like for real. I'm not gonna, but like I could.
How long are you gonna? How long are you gonna stay there for?
Oh, for like 2-3 years.
2 years?
2-3 years, yeah.
You're fucked in the
when
head.
I'm doing that, like that's not gonna be a quick thing.
Hey, I just want to say if we have any Japanese listeners, like reach out because. We're gonna need some places to stay. We're gonna need some, know the hot spots and stuff. I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Tell me how much it costs to get a 1095 carbon steel sword made in Japan. All right, give me the amount. Give me the ratio between American dollars to yen.
Just the nerdiest shit.
Because I need one made for me, and I also need to find a place where they would be willing to teach a black person. Because how Asians are with black people. So I need.
It would probably be better to go to a dojo in America.
Get the sword there, but get a dojo in America, probably. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. That sounds a good
idea. That's about it. We're at 2 hours. This is pretty.
Let me know though, guys. Our Japanese followers. Let me know.
Shut the fuck up with your Japan shit.
I'm just trying to figure out.
No one's. You're not gonna get.
Yo.
What is that stock sound effect that's in all the Naruto games? Is that like
That's it. That was it.
I first heard that in Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah,
That shit is old as. I don't know what it is.
I heard that in Samurai
I'm
Showdown.
so curious where that sound originates.
I was literally thinking about that because Soldier Boy, the movie Soul just came out, and then so people were making the whole Soldier Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Soul just came out, so they made a Soldier Boy. So because of that, I got recommended that Japanese sound, but then it's Soldier Boy going you, and I was like, that's brilliant. I really love that.
That's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
It's
That's
nothing. I've never
brilliant.
seen anything better than that.
Derek looks at the sign involving Soldier Boy, and the words that leave his mouth are, "That's brilliant." I love you, dude. Never change. Never change,
All right.
Derek. Never let
All
them
right.
change you.
That'll be the end of this episode of the Snark Tank. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Remember, if you liked what you heard today, consider supporting us over at patreon.com/thesnarktank. Like us on iTunes, comment, review us on iTunes. That really does help a lot with the algorithm and all that shit. We're on Spotify as well, and on YouTube for the video podcast, which I don't think I ever really said explicitly. I think I mentioned we were going to do video podcast, but then I just never really mentioned it. But there's a whole video version that is available on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
We post every Tuesday early and every Friday on free feeds. So tune in for that. And yeah, that'll be it. $1 a month gets you early access. $5 gets you a question read on the show. $10 gets you access to our Discord. And $25 gets your name dyslexically read at the end of the show, which I will now do.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, boss, can you follow me on Twitter, please? Ryan Lucchesi, Slobby Nobby Hottie Toddy Hubby, Sloshy Scout, Etrasoni, Super Mecha Keith DeVito. Every time Chris says crazy, please check out my podcast called How Did We Even Get Here every Thursday. That name that I couldn't pronounce earlier in the questions because it's in an alphabet that I've never seen before. I apologize. I seriously don't even... Let me... Is there a way to run this?
It almost looks Thai to me.
Yeah, is there a way to maybe put this through a transcript?
Yeah. If you put it in Google, it'll bring up something.
Yeah, translate. Nezuko Kamado. So that looks.
That's definitely Japanese.
It's Japanese, yeah. Well, thank you.
You see, hits close to home. We found our person.
Thank you, Nezuko.
Finally.
Yeah, please help us when we go to Japan.
Please.
Master Chief, hard as a rock. Armor locked cock. Matthew Barrett Clark. I love you, Chris Raygun. Oh, thank you. Hard hat skydiver. Chris has a high voice for a lesbian. Absolute wagon. The army of 101 bananas shoving themselves down Chris's throat. All new, all different. Paul Joseph Watson after he learned the Hulk clap. Monkey Monk. Billy the Big Ball Brawler. Alaskan Oilfield Trash. Chris would be a twink if he gave into his urges. Lou 10 Net
Derek.
Lipton. Not an FBI agent, Juan Punchman, Marcus Shorten, Mr. Fuckabusi, Papa Nurgle, Ben Shapiro's sleep paralysis P-word, Danny DeVito's perfectly preserved penis, I require Chris piss, Murder Ascended, David Connolly, the dyslexic that feels Chris's pain, Dunderhead, Space Movie 1992, Lobotomized Jesus is my drooling divine savior, Heiko, 3 foot, 3.37-inch long fetus, Moto Zealot, a Russian name that I can't pronounce, but you know what, I'm going to go ahead and run that through a translator as well.
Svetlana Bonyetsev.
Transition. Did you give it a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it?
Oh, his name is I Came to Feast on Your Ass.
Nice.
But in Russian.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. That's a fucking awesome. Hiroshima Spicy Mushrooms, Slippery Steve, the Stinky Sticky Silicone Sex Toy, Cyber Monday Blowout Sale, a Level 1 Cleric, Derek's Unyielding Sex Drive, Dummy Thick Dave, Big Dude 0444, Heartless Wretch, a.k.a. the Black Man from Staten Island, Uncle Tony's Pizzeria, an abortion clinic, where today's loss is tomorrow's sauce.
Oh my God.
Yummy, 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 come inside my tummy. The ghost that lived in the apartment above Chris and Sweeney, jolly old dipshit, Hugger Derek, the movie theater assistant manager, Carson Jones, Etherean, the ghost of the weekly Raygun recap, the Progerian hunter, deflated left ass cheek, all hands on dick, Anani's moose, Arrow, Sunny Chance, Melphis 1 El Culebron, Richter 86, and rounding it all off, as every episode will,
Everyone.
the king of haphazard. Thank you all.
Like fine wine, king of haphazard, guys. Thank you,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, for the tuning in to the first Snark Tank of 2021.
Yeah, hopefully, no more news comes out about Call Me Carson that makes this episode really awkward in retrospect. Let's all just hope for that.
We can only pray, you know.
Anyway, yeah, thank you guys. We'll see you next week. And also, there are going to be solo episodes of the podcast coming out really, really soon. So keep an eye out about that. I think
I'll
mine
go
earlier.
first. If you guys don't want mine, I would go first.
You can go first. I recorded mine already, but you can record yours, and then
gotcha.
yeah,
Right.
I'll send you a list of questions for you. I'll send you each a list of questions
We'll just
of
figure
your
out
own.
which ones we're gonna do.
No. Well, they're directed towards us specifically.
Oh,
so
I
like,
got you. Okay, cool.
I'll organize them and I'll send them out, and those will be happening soon. So yeah,
Thank you. We love you.
Rewind time.
It's the reason, you little bitch.